time and everything too, but we're gonna be on the waiting screen for a little bit. We were actually around until Kalabala came in and Raheem did that stupid throw in. Yeah, we'll talk about all that. The end. What up? Glenn's here on time too. It's been the first time this season, but shout out to Glenn. Thanks for always being here, baby. Little Apple, what up, Mike G?
Yeah, I don't want me to say shit about Glenn right now.
Oh shit. Oh shit. All right, hold on. We got a debate here. Chat, back us up. Or maybe you too, George, because I don't know if you said. On the second goal for the G's, right? The outside of the foot pass to Joveljic. Who does that? Who gives him that pass?
Wait, what? Say that again?
On Galaxy's second goal versus Levas. There's an outside of the foot pass to Dejan on the wing. Into space, right? The one that sets up the pass for Mark to put the goal away in the second goal.
For Mark.
Like, who gives him the pass?
That's a very good question.
Chat, if you guys know, because don't say that. I might be wrong.
Damn, you're wrong. I'm looking at.
No.
Brugman's number 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sitting deeper when that play happens. He's in front of who's that center? It's like the center. Well, it looks like he's a little bit in front of Cagliari, whatever. I can't pronounce his name.
Cagliari.
Oh, Cagliari. Okay, so yeah, it's happening on the left side. Yeah, it's Brugman's way out of this play. So Masa's right.
No. It's Aude.
Yeah, it's Aude.
I the whole time I thought it was fucking Brugman. The whole time.
No.
And I'll tell you.
I'm looking at the highlight here on the MLS. Go to minute 5:33 on the 7 minute highlight. Go to 5:33. Pause it at 5:33.
Yeah.
You'll see that Brugman is clear as day. Number 5. He's in the CDM role right here.
And Alde has the only.
Yeah, and Alde is all the way out. Yeah, he's in the top right of this little box. So you stop it at right at 5:33. Play it from there. You see Brugman sitting right in the CDM spot. And you see out there on the left side.
Two players deep at every position.
Press play and you see that.
Shaky moments in the
Brugman never gets involved in the play. So Vicky flicks it to him behind the heel pass to Alde, and then they just kind of keep going on that 1-2 between the three of them. Yeah, and then he hits him with the outside of the foot. Yep. Fuck out.
No. I was gonna be all right.
Yeah, he is.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. Yep. You are 100% right.
You guys were saying it was Brugman?
I thought it was Brugman. The whole time I thought it was Brugman. But then right now when
where the play.
Yeah, I really, because Brugman had outs like that throughout the game. So like I just figured it was him. But and also again, actually we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it right now because I have that changes my mind. That changes some of my thoughts on Aule. But we'll talk about it when we get there.
It does too. I feel the same way, maybe.
Maybe. What up, Masa?
I'm not gonna give that a hard time.
What up, Masa? You had a little off time of social media?
Yeah, bro. I was just focused on Disneyland weekend with the kids.
Yeah. I want to hear all about that, but let's save that for the podcast. I actually want to put that on the pod. Yeah, man.
If you guys get a chance to go though, they opened up. What's this shit called? Damn, shit that was closed for a minute at Disneyland.
Oh, the fucking
Toontown.
Right? The new Mickey ride? Stupid fire, bro. Best
Yeah?
ride at Disneyland. Stupid fire.
Best ride at Disneyland?
Best ride at Disneyland.
Over Star Wars?
Oh, I haven't been on Rise of the Resistance, but
That shit's always shut down, bro. I've been going on like
I haven't been on Smuggler's Run, but the other one,
the Millennium Falcon?
The Millennium Falcon one, that shit's whatever.
It's cool. It depends where it depends what you are.
Yeah, for sure. But
y'all hoes, so
on that one compared to the Toontown, the new Toontown, the Mickey and Minnie, I forgot what it's called. That shit's 100% heat.
Yeah.
That's right at Disney.
They just opened up Toontown back again.
That's a new ride.
Didn't
that
they have that evil fool open it up? What's his name? Ustedes que saben todo de Disneyland.
I don't know.
I don't know shit about this man.
I just
Nah,
go
like-
through
I
it.
don't know
Like
shit about
coffee,
this
dog.
man no more, dude.
What you mean
I don't know.
No,
Where you
like
getting your
coffee?
coffee
Like
at?
Cocoa Puff coffee?
Yeah, that's all I go for. Straight up, I tell Lisa that's all I have seen test
That shit's really good.
just for that fucking
Yeah, I
cocoa.
miss you now, dog. Thanks for letting me know. I was there for 3 days. You didn't tell me shit. So
Well, for
right now-
someone who's
No,
always all
no.
about coffee, dog, you would think that's the first thing you know.
Uh-huh.
I just
That's
go
that
get wherever I
mentiroso
have.
mierda, dog.
Let
The
me tell
cocoa
you
puff
something
coffee
about-
is where it's at.
Let me
Get
tell
it
you
with the
something
chocolate
about
Mickey.
coffee.
Nah, get it with the chocolate Mickey Mouse ears, dog. That's it.
Let me tell you something about
That's
coffee.
all I go for.
My weekend was terrible for the first 2 days. I'm over here having withdrawals, dog.
Oh, right. Talk to me
hotel?
about that for cut.
They did food, but it was like that cheap ass coffee that like
Hey,
At-
man,
at the
anything to
vending
get the fix, baby.
right. But I felt like I woke up, I felt fine. I had a coffee in the morning, and then I was trying to get most of this shit done throughout the day. Because we were there early. If we were there 7:30, I'm like, man, we could knock all this shit out, and we don't have to worry about it later throughout the day, right? So I'm doing all that, and I'm fucking dying, dog. I'm fucking.
Wait,
Dying.
no. Wait. You know that there's a fucking Starbucks at Disneyland?
Oh yeah, dog. But the thing is that I didn't think.
Nah, dog, nah. What the fuck?
There are
Te gusta sufrir, loco. Te gusta sufrir, güey. Te
Yeah,
gusta sufrir,
no,
loco.
no,
There's
no.
one outside
Yeah.
in
I didn't
downtown
know I
Disney.
needed-
There's
Nah.
one in Disney,
You're
California.
fucking,
Just
dog.
let
You're
go
fucking.
in.
There's no way.
And then there's
you should be
one.
going- There should be no reason why you're going through withdrawals.
Nah,
I thought I was
man really
gonna
wanted it.
do one in the morning, and I was like, when like we had breakfast or whatever, and I had the one. I'm like, all right, this should hold me down
That
till
day.
fucking lunch. And we didn't have lunch, right? We went back to the hotel to take a nap. When I woke up, well, I was
Elite.
fucking dying.
Hey, bro, tell me,
I didn't
hotel.
have-
Disney isn't the best thing ever.
For what?
Like going to a hotel while you're at Disneyland is the most elite thing ever.
Both days that I stayed at the hotel, it was 2-hour naps, and I would
Elite.
wake up. Except the first day, I felt fucked up because I didn't have my coffee intake.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad food, and I just ended up like that first night. I was like having cold chills, bro, because of the withdrawal. No, I'm not even bullshitting.
No, I'm laughing at you because you're an idiot.
Because you're an
There's so
idiot,
many-
yeah.
There's so many places to get coffee.
Yeah, I bought a coffee at night, and I drank it, and then she went to go give me like pills because I was having like a migraine.
Jeez, that man's having.
She bought me an Excedrin, and that shit said plus caffeine in that shit. Bro, I popped one. I woke up in the middle of the night sweating, and I felt fucking amazing, bro. I couldn't go back to sleep. I was
Yo,
Imagine if you drink.
Chat. One second. We'll get going in about 2 minutes, 9:05. We'll get the show started. For now, we're just shooting the shit. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be on it in 2 minutes. You're saying
Imagine
about.
if you drink good coffee, Masa, not that trash that you drink every day at home.
Yeah, there you go. Dude.
Yeah, dog. Imagine you drink some good coffee. You know.
There you go,
like,
being a coffee snob, dude.
Conoce la vida. Conoce la vida. Huh?
You drink coffee with milk, fuck on my face, dog.
Me? Come on.
Right, yeah.
Nah, don't disrespect me like that, baby.
And I do. I do. Why you gotta be an
Hey,
extra
Rudy,
mean today for it? Why you be mean today for though?
Hey, that coffee I made you though?
Oof. Oh, no, that shit is amazing. For real, happiest place in the world, though. You came back to this bullshit. Why you do that to yourself? That's dope.
Nah, don't go to Disneyland, baby. They don't have coffee over there. They don't know what coffee is at Disneyland.
Hey, I will say that their pastries are ass, dog. They don't have pastries
Wait,
Like,
where?
at Disney. They have
Ooh.
treats.
Right now,
Yeah.
they
No, they have some treats, like your little like your chocolate chip cookies and your few little things here and there, but they don't have any pastries.
You're tripping.
If you're talking about those little fucking donuts, fuck
Nope.
outta here. No.
Nope.
Okay, so where? Tell me
for-
where they have a bakery that actually has a bunch of
in
different,
New Orleans Square, they have
Yeah. Okay, been there.
fuck, what are they
Oh, they're
called?
called, I know what you're talking about them.
The most
New
elite
Orleans
pastry
joints,
at
right?
Disneyland.
You're talking about the
Yeah.
little donuts.
No,
Little
no,
round-
no.
Fuck,
you
what is
are
it called?
high, dog. Here, hold
Okay, send it to me.
Yeah,
Let me know where
that.
it is.
Adrian, that's 100.
No saben de eso.
Nah, I don't know,
No,
but
let me
shit.
know. Okay, let
Don't-
me know.
don't-
I'm gonna go check it out because I will say, look, they have some good stuff. I'm not gonna say not, but in
You're
terms of pastries, where you can go and you have, I don't know, like your little
The
chocolate-
vignettes, yeah, there you go. The
Yeah,
vignettes.
like,
The vignettes are fire,
those
son.
little donut thingies.
Dog, you are.
You don't like them? You think they're the? Oh, you on some
fine, bro,
some
but
shit.
you're
They're
not-
vicious.
No.
Vignettes and the dough whips, dog. Those are my two shit at Disneyland, dog. Vignettes and dough whips.
with the dip. Oh my, you are bugging with some taquitos.
Yeah. Woo, son.
Y'all not doing Disneyland right.
Nah,
Y'all
they got the drink there too. They got like that like nice tea with the fucking mint in it at that joint too. That's just bomb. Yeah, I like that square. That's what I like to eat. You're right. All right, boys. Talking about Disneyland, what we like to eat there. Let's fucking
straight from Disneyland.
straight from Disneyland. Nah, chill. That's just expensive. I ain't fucking with that.
That shit was expensive.
Bet.
Esos que tienen classes too, huh?
All right, boys. Here we go. Intro time.
Hi, Adrian.
Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 my supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
Good evening.
What up, y'all?
Let's go. Hell yeah.
Wait, what we let's go in about, Angel? Talk to me.
The Jets just scored on Vegas again.
The goddamn Jets.
Hockey? Yeah, the goddamn Jets. Yeah, hockey.
Hey,
Vegas
shout out to
night,
the Kings yesterday.
game one.
Overtime win.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, boys.
That's where my life is at right now. That's where my life is at right now.
No, 2-0. I saw the score and I'm like, I ain't even a Kings fan. And then I fell asleep. And then I was getting into bed. And I was like, oh, let me see the game. And I'm like, oh, overtime. And I'm like, big Kings guy.
Go Kings, go, baby. Go Kings, go.
On that topic, this is how you know that the age is catching up with us. So, I stayed up for all of it, right? Third quarter. Yeah, third quarter. I mean, sorry, third quarter. Third period. Third period, right? They're going overtime. Like, fuck, overtime. Cool. Tell me why in the intermission between the third period and overtime I fell asleep.
Yeah, man.
I fell asleep 3-3. I don't know. At some point throughout the night, Lisa comes, wakes me up, looking to go to bed. I'm like, what happened to the game? Like, that's my reaction. And I'm looking at the screen, and I think I only fell asleep for like 20, 30 minutes because they're in the post game talking about the game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and it says Kings 4-3. I'm like, fuck yeah, Kings won. But I missed it because I fell asleep. That's how you know the age is catching up, bro. The age is catching up.
There's a meme that
George said, yeah.
There's a meme that comes in my feed like almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
That is guy falling asleep, girl changing the channel. He's like, "What you doing? I'm watching that."
Yeah.
Like that is my fucking life, son. Like all the fucking time now. Like I put some dope shit on and like that I'm asleep. Like changing. Like no, what you doing? Like I'm watching that. No, yeah. Sad boys.
Hey,
sad boys.
They won.
Go King, go.
Yo, right now is the best time in sports. Other than what else is happening, you have
Wait, what?
playoffs. The Dodgers are here. You have NHL playoffs. Dog, elite. This
Damn,
is the best right here.
A man's really. He's just gonna ignore his feelings now. Huh? You're just not gonna think about the Galaxy anymore. All the other sports is not. Who?
This is America. We don't do fucking soccer here. Fucking soccer. Talking about soccer?
Well, we're talking about soccer.
We're about to talk about it for now.
Yeah. But I do want to get some things. Yo, happy birthday to your firstborn.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yo, 11?
That's crazy, huh? 11.
Shit.
That's wild. Yeah, that's wild.
11, dog. That's all, man. Happy birthday, Nate, dog.
Hey, congratulations to me too, though.
Why? Because you're not deadbeat?
Looking good, you know. I'm still looking fine, baby.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I this shit about him, dog.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Masa, I know we talked about it in the pre-show. But one more time, hit me with it. You were at Disneyland with the fam this weekend. How was that?
It was dope. It was dope, dog. A lot of food. Not enough coffee. I'll say that.
Oh man, go YouTube, watch it and hear the pre-show if you want to hear about that.
Fucking idiot.
I thought I was gonna make it, dog. Jokes on me. Literally, so I came home today, right? We were gonna leave in the morning, check out. We didn't have reservations for today, and I was taking the shit, and I was like, fuck it, let me just check, fuck it, we'll stop by real quick. And they had open reservations for both parts. Like, fuck it, we'll do Disneyland again today. So loaded the car, went back to the park. We had breakfast. And we got on a couple rides, came home like at 12. I was tired. Before I literally got here, made a I'm like on my 5th coffee today. Like, as soon as I got home, dog. That's how much I missed this shit. But
Oh
yeah,
shit!
not enough coffee.
So I wanted to know. I wanted to know about Disneyland, but you talked enough about coffee. George, how you doing? How was the weekend? Though? How you feeling?
Dog, I'm full. I know what Angel talks about when it comes to soccer. I'm full. Weekend spent, kids playing soccer, me coaching. I'm coaching Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I coach
Oh,
Saturday,
fuck.
Sunday. It was rough. My voice is but it's fun. It's fun. How you doing?
I'm on the other side of that shit because I had
Yeah.
no responsibilities on Saturday. Absolutely
Wow.
no responsibilities on Sunday. So guess what the fuck I did?
Shoot.
Absolutely nothing.
know.
I was just big chilling the
wanna
whole
say that.
weekend, dog. I did big nothing. Dog. I was just chilling. So I'm nice and well rested. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we do have to do this stupid podcast and talk about the game. But before that, let's get into some news. Talk to me, Masa. I know we had some shit in the prep.
Marco
news?
Gruel, I think is his last name.
That kid.
Rumors popped out 23, 24-year-old Austrian national.
Mm-hmm.
Right winger, I believe, or could play on either side, could even play in an attacking midfield role. Rumors out that there's interest from the Galaxy and the first bid got rejected just because the team wants to sell during the summer,
Mhm.
but they might push to see if they can bring him in before the season ends. It looks like the player's interested in coming as well. He just played this
Yeah.
weekend too. He played in the derby and he scored penalty.
So that part, right? Like first I hear about it, I'm like, ooh, you can't like whatever. Like if it's a winger, right? Like I don't even give a fuck like how good he is or not, right? Like it's the profile we need. I'm like, oh, at least we're looking for a right thing, right? From whatever's out there, like he looks like he fit the part, but that's also, you know, me. I won't hold my breath on him because we seen Cabral look the part and then come in and do nothing. But we're looking for the right profile. Like I think that's what I want to take is that finally there's a fucking rumor and it's for the right type of player that we should be looking after, right? Yeah. Let's talk about I mean, actually, anybody else have thoughts on Marco Gruden?
No,
Gruden?
I think to back you up, if he could play winger, please. I don't know what to say. Though.
Oh shit. So and this is a little bit old news because again it happened after we did our pod last week. But can we talk about the media day? Let's talk about media day.
Before we
Talk
get there,
about
though,
it.
real quick.
Yeah,
Chase
yeah.
Gasper
Oh, right.
waived, and he was picked up by Houston. So that means that the money that we owed him, or that we owe him, I guess depending on how big his contract was, it's off the salary cap because he was still hitting salary cap because he got waived. But now that he got picked up by a team,
It's no
however
longer.
much they're paying up, I don't know. What the difference would be if it's a complete.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hitting the cap anymore. So that's good.
Gasper winning. Gasper
Yeah.
winning. The Gasper winning in this fucking change, right? But it just another indication of the G's looking to make another move before the window closes, right? Just kind of making that space there. Yeah, media day. Can we talk? Let's talk about Vanny in particular, right?
Mm-hmm. What do you want to say? Because you've been a big
Vanny guy.
big
I still am. I still am. I still am.
No, yeah, okay.
I still am, right? But my goodness, I think he's infected. Tone deaf, right? Like I expect this from like the front office. I expect this from the front office. I expect this from 100% now. I expect this from from our social media team. Just kind of like not understanding the situation, just saying what looks good on for the marketing, right? But Vanny had like, in my opinion, had been straight up and always kind of took ownership of things and and whatnot, right? But this time, bro, like you have to take some accountability. Like I've been in this pod talking about we've been unlucky or the our players and all that, right? But you just dismiss everything. I think some of the calling out was cool. I think some of the bullshit that because the way it's been written is cool, but like it's what for me. Not enough. Not enough. Like not enough. We got to do better, right? Not enough. Like accountability of players not doing their shit. Just not enough of that for me. Uh, yeah, I was disappointed. Disappointed on how tone deaf that was because again we've been this whole thing we've been talking about accountability and like there was a little lack of that in the way he talked. Am
When
I
it
making
came
too
to
much of
Danny,
it?
a lot of it's more. When it comes to him, I think we want him to be a lot more vocal to the team, a lot more understandable. So you still got to coach them, they still got to produce for you, but still call them out. And I see what he tried to do and kind of rally them around and be like, "Oh, it's everyone against us. It's everyone against us." And the way that he was expressing himself was like, "Oh, well, look what happened here. Look what's happening here. Look what's happening here." But we don't care about that. We're not asking for favors, but still look at this, look at this, look at this. As a point, it was more of a look what everyone else is doing to us, as opposed to look at what we're doing to ourselves. And also we should hold some responsibility to what we're hearing. We got
Yeah,
to work with it. And it pisses me off the most because it comes three 3 days after one of your DP players kind of said fuck the team.
yeah.
Right? Like, okay, us versus them, but let's talk about that. Talk about
Well,
this player that you've been backing up for so long, and he does that. Sure, you guys are brothers in arms, but when something like that, when we see something like that on a stage like the Galaxy, where's your accountability there? It's not a us versus them. And put aside the fans, even regardless if there wasn't no if there wasn't a protest happening right now, and the results would still be the same. What else are you gonna blame? What else do
yeah.
you have to blame?
Yeah, man, and that Cosa thing, like especially right because a couple weeks ago he's the one that said he was looking really good. He was looking like he was getting ready to go. We've been waiting for him to come. Whatever his remarks were for that, and then that same player does that, right? Like again, if you don't want to throw him in the bus, like I get it, but like we have to have somebody accountable for this shit. Because again, yes, man, I'm gonna talk about it when we talk about this level again. Like we have had some unlucky breaks, right? But also we put ourselves in stupid situation time after time after time after time, and that has to land on somebody, right? Because again, like, yeah, I just thought it was a little a whole lot of deflecting and not enough taking responsibility,
Accountability.
especially on his end. Yeah, so that did bug me. And then the noise reference
Oof.
kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, this is just personal rubbed me the wrong way. Man, I understand Vanny. He's only been here three seasons, right? 3 years or whatnot. So he doesn't know all the. I mean, he has to be aware, but he doesn't feel the shit that's been happening over and over and over again, right? But to be tone deaf and just say, like, again, what George's saying, like, take the stance of us versus them, right? And when it was us versus them, it wasn't like us, the athletes, the team that plays for us versus them. It was like everybody, the
You
Galaxy.
interpreted it that
That's
way?
how I took it. Yeah, that's how I took it. Yeah,
That's crazy. I
nah,
didn't.
you not
How'd you
talk to
take
me.
it?
No.
Yeah,
Like
talk to
I
me.
thought he was referring to that question itself, to the media, to everybody talking shit because of obviously the results ain't going that way.
But the
So to
media
me,
also catered the question to the
yeah,
fans and everything else. It was not just about the media talking about results. The media, the person who asked the question, referenced everything as a whole. The protests,
I don't know.
everything not falling
I
in the.
maybe I didn't. I didn't get it like that. I understood it like more. He was referring to everybody's gonna be against us, referring to that's how they feel. I don't think he would say something like that about the fan.
Well,
At
that's what
least,
I'm saying.
or at least for the boycott perspective. So to me, it was like I feel like it's such a sensitive situation because everybody's fucking right now. Everybody's in a bad mood because of the boycott, because of the results, because of everything. and I feel like people are just they hear what they want to hear,
Mm-hmm,
and everything
Oh,
that's said is gonna rub you the wrong way because nothing's going right.
but see,
So
like,
I don't think that he was referring to the boycott or to the people boycotting. And I think it doesn't help that all these anti-boycott motherfuckers were like retweeting this shit and they're like, "Oh, well, see what I mean? See, we got to be there
what?
for the fucking team."
But
Everybody's so
see,
fucking sensitive right now.
but see,
And like I didn't take it like that.
but here's the thing, right? When he was talking about bullshit, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I took that that from what you're
Personally,
saying, right? Like when he was talking about like the questions and all that, he called it bullshit. Called it bullshit, whatever. Right? When he referred to it as noise, that's the one thing that went wrong. I didn't like the responses prior to that because I felt like it was a lot of deflection, right? Like that was my problem with the prior to that. But when he started talking about noises, when I was like, yo, like I understand that this doesn't cut you as deep as it cuts us because we've been here this whole fucking time, right? And I understand that like that's your fucking boss at the end of the day and all that.
All right. So here, back to what George was saying. If there was no boycott right now, he answered that question the same way. How would you
I
take
No,
that?
believe so.
How would you
you
take
think
that though? If he just said the noise, then you're not referring to the boycott. You're not referring to the fans. It's the same. It's the same shit to me.
I
It's
think he
like I feel like
categorized it all as a whole.
yeah,
everybody.
that's
I
again.
think
Mhm.
we're just too sensitive right now, bro. Everybody's
No, I don't
fucking
think so,
sensitive right
bro. I don't. I legit again. I'm still a Vanny guy, right? Like again, that didn't rub me wrong because of the way I interpret it. And not going. I'm not even trying to think of it or trying to overanalyze it. But again, like when he said his bullshit, I was like like you're deflecting, right? Like I don't like the tone of this shit. And then when he went into referring to that shit, like I was like, wait a minute, like the fact that he's unclear, the fact that he left that for interpretation, I don't like because that way I interpret it again different from yours is how I took it.
now.
And I think especially because again, as you were mentioning, like it is sensitive time because everybody's on edge. Like I think you should be more, you should cater your words to be more clear on your own what you're trying to say, right? And I think he failed at that too.
But,
Yeah,
but I just think like back to what George is saying, he's trying to rally
yeah,
his team
I see it. I
at the
see it.
same time. Like it's a difficult situation because he could say this, and let's say he fucking takes accountability
Mm-hmm.
and does all this shit, then the players are gonna be like, "Damn, bro,
What the
like you really
fuck?
threw us under the bus."
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
that. Like it's a hard situation as a
That's the
manager. You
perspective.
gotta
Yep.
fucking you gotta figure that shit out, and it's hard. And right now it's difficult. Like it's a
Yo,
difficult time.
Glenn is right on point. Right. He says he's being stretched thin as fuck.
And it's fucked up because why the fuck they're asking him stupid ass questions like that? Why the fuck does he have to answer all these stupid
Because
ass questions about
because
the
there's,
boycott?
because there's
No,
nobody
he
else. There's
shouldn't.
nobody. But there's nobody else putting face for it though.
And
Right.
he has to. And when he fucking doesn't answer to what you want to fucking hear, you're gonna give
He
him
has
a
the
fucking
sporting
hard
director
time.
title.
Again, exactly. But again, right. Like if Klein's in front of this,
But that's what gets me mad. Everybody's like, bro, fucking Benny has to go. Oh, all right, maybe he does have to go because the
I'm.
results are not there. No, I'm
Mhm,
not saying you. I'm just seeing it all over
mhm.
this weekend, right? And I
Yeah,
try not
yeah.
to. And that's the first thing I see. Well, fucking Benny has to go, blah blah blah. Why the fuck are you not asking why he has to answer these fucking questions? If you want to say Benny out because of results, so be it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Results ain't there.
Mm-hmm.
7 games.
I've been saying it.
You say it because of that, but because he said this because he answered this way because
No,
he can't
they're
answer
they're
because he can't
purposely
answer the other
fucking
way.
Vanny over. They're fucking Vanny over by putting him in the face, but also the title. If the president's not going to show face, next person in line is going to be him. Regardless, he's going to get asked these questions.
Yeah,
PR needs to know that these questions are
Yeah.
going to be asked and put him in a position to succeed. Hey, you know what? As fucked up as it sounds, you could tell the media, don't ask these questions, don't ask these questions, cater these questions to this, and that's it. Why
yeah,
aren't you play? Why aren't you helping yourself out in this situation?
yeah.
I get it, man. It's like Greg is the only one who's actually facing any kind of media,
hundred
right?
percent.
Like, and again, listen, like this is what anybody who wanted the protest is what we wanted, right? We wanted some attention. We wanted these questions being asked. They're being asked. Vanny, as Glenn says, being stretched thin as fuck, and he
I feel
can't
for him.
appease. I can't. He can't appease for everybody, right? Like I fucking hear you. I'm with you with that too. Like man, like this situation is fucked right now, and everybody's on edge. But we'll all get past it, and and we have to look at where the team has been the last year and a half versus the last 10 years, right? Or the whatever 7.5 years prior to that. Like It's a lot, but like I don't want to go there. I just thought like this fucking media day, and I understand it had to be done because it's leading into the fucking tráfico.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like it was I thought it was an opportunity to kind of settle some things, right, or just kind of put like some things lower the pressure on some things, and I felt like it was the opposite all the way around.
One more thing before we before I cut off on it, him and Chicha said a couple things where one adding to the noise that rubbed me the wrong way, and us telling everybody like, oh, relax, be patient, relax, be patient, relax, be patient. I understand that you fell into this position, and then I started thinking about it. It's like, yo, we've been asked to be patient for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You need to understand you're getting yourself more value than Chicha, because you're being put into a position, into a fire. You're being put into a fire, and you have to understand that the fans are going to want some results and accountability quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy a house that's
This is
broken
year
down,
3, so it's not
this
even
is
quick
year
at this
3.
point. It's not
Yeah,
even
okay.
quick at this point.
Okay,
Yeah,
again, but listen,
okay,
but we made
I
it.
mean, I get what you're
but
saying. Sorry, I just
but to what he said is like, oh, they're growing. Cool, I see that. I understand that. I'm giving Vanity the benefit of the doubt. But then for you to be like, all right, everybody relax, like calm down. It's like, nah, we've been relaxed for 10 years. 10 years we've been relaxed. Back to the analogy of you buying a house that's broken down, just because you got there doesn't mean that you're gonna have the house is still broken down. You're gonna have to fix that house, and you know what you're getting yourself into. It's been 10 years of us hearing relax, and hear that noise. If that's noise for you, then hear that and be a little bit empathetic and sympathetic with the situation that we're given, because we're in the same situation as you. We both want the same thing for the club. We both want this thing to succeed. We've wanted it 7 years longer than you've been wanting it. So understand that. So when you refer to it as noise, like understand that this has some validity behind it.
Yeah.
We're not here just to stir
Mm-hmm.
shit up or to get you mad. No, we're here because we want the same shit that you do, but we've been wanting it a lot longer.
Yeah.
And to him, when he's like, "Oh well, I love this club because I suited up for this club." Yeah, you get a paycheck to suit for this club.
Mm-hmm.
No one pays us to go to the stadium. No
Mm-hmm.
one pays our season tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to be like, "Oh well, no one cares about this club more than me," nah, we don't get
we
paid to go on
appreciate
away
it.
trips. We pay we sometimes put birthday parties to the side. We sometimes do this not because we're getting paid, because we want to be at that stadium. We want to be on
Your
these games.
child's birth.
Yeah. Like, yo, like there's a lot of events in my life
11
that
years ago.
happened that I still put that I'm there for the Galaxy. I'm not getting paid to be there. I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm not being asked to be there. It's not my responsibility to be there. So for
Mm-hmm.
you to say it's noise, understand that this noise has come with 7 years of frustration.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to that for a little bit.
Yes, sir. Yo, man, like, all the points valid as fuck. I feel you. Every single fucking point. Angel, you want to add to that? You seem thoughtful.
I'm very thoughtful, of course. I mean, I always have stuff going on up here, but all three of you have made valid points, even Masa, right? And that's well,
Why can't I say it like that, dog?
well,
Because I had
well,
the
no,
different
because
opinion,
it's
I
the
guess.
reality, right? It's the opposite side of the spectrum, and we got to see it from his side. And
Yep.
I lean more George, more Rudy for sure in this, right? This is not a secret. Everyone knows how I feel about it. But at the same time, yes, Vanny knew what he was getting himself into. She's not panning out. These are your decisions. These are your moves. This is what you're doing. Like, but the pressure that he's having to confront right now for not just the club, but the front office and AG as a whole. Because I mean, people are out there saying sell fucking Galaxy, right? It's everywhere. People are adding AG saying, hey, sell the fucking club to someone that actually gives a shit, right?
Don't do that.
We're seeing it, right? So point is, he's seeing this pressure, and this is unparalleled. This type of pressure that Greg Vanny, no MLS coach ever anywhere has seen this type of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's happening right now? This is I don't know if it's going to be a turning point in the future of the MLS, right? But it's definitely a turning point for the LA Galaxy, right? Because for the longest, this has been, and we've talked about it here for the last how many years have we been doing this pod? That it's always going to be money first,
Mm-hmm.
right? But what
Well, it has
happened
been.
on Saturday was on Sunday was an embarrassment,
Ugh.
not to the fans. It was an embarrassment to the club, to their image, to AEG,
To the brand,
to them, right? To their brand. Like
to the
they
sponsors.
everything. That was an embarrassment to them,
Mhm.
right? So what's happening right now, that pressure that they're receiving, and this is why Vanning snapped, right? Because like I think Rudy you mentioned, or one of you guys mentioned,
Glenn.
Masa probably,
Oh.
one of you guys at this point that he's having to face everything. He's
Yeah.
the face, right? And like George says, yeah, he knew what he getting himself into. We've been at this for a long time. Absolutely, 1000%. None of that is inaccurate, but neither is the type of pressure he's expecting. He probably was not expecting something like this to ever happen.
Nope.
I don't think any of us
Nope.
here ever envisioned this situation. Listen, I was calling for a fucking boycott, 4 years ago, and you guys all told me to fuck off, right?
Mhm.
But now it's happening, and I'm happy with it. I'm good that it's happening because look, this is what I was hoping for. This is what I was envisioning. I just a few years late, but fuck it. We dealt with 7 years, now 10 years. What's another year or two? We've already been suffering for 10 years. If it stretches out a little longer, fuck it. Why not? Why not? So to me, I think is that he snapped because of what he's having to be.
Oh yeah.
Like he does.
Yeah.
I don't need. No one here in this country has ever had, in at least the MLS perspective, has ever had to face this type of criticism, this type of pressure. I mean, this type of shit you see, in the MLB, right? This is the type of shit you see with the Lakers. This is the type of shit you see with football teams. Like this is the pressure that he's feeling right now because this is a topic everywhere. Right, this is what's happening. This is what you see at Chelsea right now. This is what he's having to deal with. So, it's all of that. It encompasses all of it. So that's what I'm saying. What all three of you are saying, there's valid points to everything as they're saying. So I can see why he'd snap. Now, my side of this thing, I'm not. I'm obviously dealing more on you guys' side with this, but I'm just saying, I can see why that happened. Leading up to this game, potentially 7 games unbeaten. Could have been 8. I've been saying for long as the weather saved his ass. We can talk about 8 games right now where we didn't fucking win. We haven't won a game, and it's not looking good. He can talk about we looked at great moments and this and this and that. Cool, but yo, you can't be relying on moments.
We can talk about the team right now. You can talk about the team right now, and let's move into it, right? Because now we're a little into it already, and I'm started there. But it's just the state of the G's right now, man. Like I have to chuck it up to just the state of the G's right now. Like everything's in fucking in the mud, bro. You know what I mean? Like everything just seems like not to be going, except for the gear. The gear looks kind of nice. Everything that's been dropping in the merch side is dope. Too bad I'm not spending money on it right now, but the merch should look at that. All right. Here, let's do this. Let's fucking talk about this game, right? LA Galaxy versus Leva at home this Sunday. Let's talk lineups. Klinsmann at goal, Caligari outright, Neo Mavinga at center backs, Edwards out left, Brookman, Puch, and Delgado, with Memo and Boyd out wings and Cheech up top. Yeah, the safe route. What we expected. None of the shit that we would hope for.
I didn't expect it. I thought Raheem was gonna get sit. To be honest with you.
For
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if he would have been like, well, I don't know. Actually, I wouldn't have been surprised, right? Like, if over there, but like also I wasn't surprised that he wasn't in the starting lineup, right? Like it's either or. Like I wasn't there, but everything else, like there was no risk or anything new to start the game. None of the wild shit that Angel wanted with the 3 strikers up top and 2 and whatever, right? It was none of that. It was just what we expected. So lineups are out, right? Game's about to start. Lineups are up. Where are we at? Where are we at mentally before this game starts?
Ah, shit. Here we go.
Disneyland, baby.
You won.
Well, I was just finishing Eli's 3rd game of that morning. He had 3 games on Sunday, so I didn't start focusing on the game until the game actually started. I had so much going on in the morning. So, you tell me.
I don't know if y'all recall. I don't know if y'all recall. I said I had nothing to do, so I was I was up.
At what moment during Saturday did you start thinking about the game?
Fucking
the day before.
No,
Sunday,
it was
sorry.
Sunday when fucking Arsenal let go of a 2-0 fucking lead against. Yeah, that's when that happens. Though when that happens, when that fucking happens, though, I knew my day was gonna be fucked. You know what I mean? Like Arsenal has been my my go-to place. You know what I mean? Like,
saving grace?
like this year, they've really been my go-to place, right? Like, they've been doing some shit I haven't seen them do in years, though. I mean, point is, like, they've been my go-to place, and then Sunday starts off like that. Way early in the morning, it starts off like that, right? So I knew then that it's gonna be a long day, right? Then I put the game on as soon as like they start having like whatever it was, 40 minutes before the game, and my blood boils in an instant, because in the transmission, there's just you're only hearing one thing before the game, right? And is these fuckers up in the 200s, and this is definitely an ego thing, but like that should just irk the fuck out of me, just knowing that like I'm in my fucking bed right now in these different things. So that should irk me. So I'm not in the best of moods. The lineup comes up, and man, I was hoping for something different. I'm not even gonna lie, dog.
What were you
I was
hoping
hoping. I was hoping for Judd or something. I was hoping for something that showed me there's a little bit more today, right? That's how I'm feeling before the game starts. George, yeah, just go. But the game starts.
I started the game 4 minutes. I rushed in from soccer, shower, sat down, and then I like calmed myself, and I was like, all right, let me watch one half.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch one half on the TV, but once I sat down, it was kind of like an immediate like, all right, here we go, 0-0, fresh start. So I didn't get none of that pregame, like hearing everything, hearing the hype, or else I would have probably felt the same way you did.
Yeah, because I was irked. I was irked as fuck. I'm not necessarily looking forward to this either, right? Because like I already know it's gonna be a bad day for me. But to my fucking surprise, dog, the first 20 minutes, the G's like control this fucking game, and not only control the game, take a lot of what LFC is looking to do away from them, right? Even when they opened up space, they were covering the areas in the right way where they weren't necessarily a big threat. Am I tripping, or did that not just look like fucking? I mean, Pooch was in a different level. Man, fuck y'all. First of all, fuck y'all, because I told y'all like y'all three.
I predicted this game.
All three. But I fuck all y'all three though, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. You don't even know why I'm telling you. Fuck y'all. Y'all really.
What did you say fuck me for?
Yeah, exactly. Yo, I told you.
Now I'm connected.
I told you when Cheech in the game is different than with Jean or with Jude, right? Or Judd, Preston Judd, yeah. Because the way he's gonna demand attention from the defense, and man, we saw this shit like minute 4, and throughout like the first 20-25 minutes, when Cheech moved, like he opened up spaces for everybody else, and the one person he opened up space for the most was Pooch, right? Because when Cheech starts from like that midway point in the halfway, right, of the half field, and then makes the run, he makes the whole backline push back, and that opens up space for Pooch. There was one play in particular that showed that like really early on. I think Cheech ends up being offside in that play, but like Cheech pushes the line fast. Everybody drops in, and Pooch ends up receiving the ball like with space to move and look for the pass again. And that's what I was talking about. Like, 'cause like Cheech is different. He's gonna make the defense react to him every single fucking time, and he showed that. We could talk about what he didn't show, but we showed that and man, dog, like, fuck this team. Because 5, 15, 20 minutes in, I'm like, holy fuck. Like, I get it. Like, listen, I have expected them to play decent because it's Levas, but like, I didn't expect them to kind of dictate exactly what they wanted to do and the way they were doing it. Give me thoughts on the first 20 minutes, because right after the 20th minutes, Mark, we have a shit show. So, thoughts in the first 20 minutes.
I mean,
what do we see?
I agree. Everything you said is accurate, but I was not surprised. What I expected. No. I mean, LAFC's not the team really to sit back. I mean, I know they were sitting back. I don't think that was by design. I think these were controlling the game. But LAFC is not the type of team, again, to sit back and just try to play that counterattack. But when
Mhm.
they were, I mean, they were fucking scary, and that's the reality because they're just that good right now in the attack.
Yeah, but see, like up in in the first 20 minutes, right? And again, because I think that's like the best way to break this thing down is like the first 20 minutes before we get scored on. Even the times where LAFC was able to break and get into the rhythm and create the spaces, I think the defense was moving so well that like, they were covering enough of the spaces that they never really had an opportunity to like completely break the line, right? Like there's always the movement in defense that was really well, and I was impressed by that. Like there was a lot of that I was really impressed by because we had seen it often prior to these games where the defense, when that line just kind of breaks and doesn't know how to move together, right? They're doing that really well
No, I agree.
in the first
I
20
agree.
minutes.
And even and it's funny because we'll get to it at some point, and George mentioned this on Sunday. And we talked about, but even Edwards, he was doing a good job keeping Villa in his pocket for the first 20 minutes.
It's the same with fucking
Which is crazy.
the same. I thought the same with Caligari and Bonuga. I don't know how to say his fucking name though. Boenga, right? I thought Caligari did really well with him too. Like I thought like they had obsolete their no, maybe not obsolete. That's probably too much. But I thought they had done really well as far as 20 minutes to kind of contain them, especially Neil. Neil is a fucking man. I gotta pull up my notes because I wrote this down and I said like Neil is the most complete defender I've seen in the G's uniform. Fuck, I don't even know who. Like, I think Greg for me is that type of defender who's like super well rounded and super knowledgeable about the space he's in. Because fucking Neil just understands where he's standing at all time and where the players are attacking him from, dog. I'm so impressed by him, dog. Like I legit am, man. Like, it doesn't matter who you pair him up with. Like he understands where he needs to be at, and he's so fucking ice cold, bro. This kid is not like he should not be that ice cold for his age in a big game, right? Because like in a big game on a shit start of the season, like man holding his own, dog.
This was a game I wanted to see him in.
Mm-hmm,
See if like if it would shake him a bit. After watching that shit, I was like, yeah, this kid's
nah
right away.
Nah, not true. Our last DPC back, center back didn't in though. No. Let's not go there. And then, man, and then stop me if you heard this before. We cause our own fucking suffering, dog.
I haven't heard it before, no.
Never. Well, let me tell you a
No.
story. No, like it's a lazy pass from Brugman to Neo, I believe, or to one of our center backs. That throws
I think it was to nobody, yeah, but I think the intent
in the direction to like direction of one of our center backs, right? Dog, and that's really what it was. It's just lazy because there wasn't pressure where he was pressing to making a bad pass. It was just a lazy fucking pass. And even then, right? I was talking about how defense was moving right. At least in my opinion, I think they were moving really well together. They drop in perfectly, and Neo leads this, right? Because Neo allows him to run wide if he wants to, but you're not cutting him in the middle because I'm running parallel to you and I'm facing you the right way. I mean, again, dog, like it makes like his body adjustment and that play was everything to contain them the way he did, and they contain him, right? Dog, was it 2 weeks ago that I was in here talking shit about how our midfield didn't drop in and defend it when we lost the ball and we just let them score, whatever? Our midfield drops in, bro, and Brugman puts in the first tackle, right? And the ball goes out wide, and we're standing right, so like we defend it well. The ball goes back out. You see another midfielder drop in and put in a tackle, right? Right before whoever was it with for Levas, the ball in the middle was going to place a ball towards the middle. I think it's Delgado comes in and puts in a tackle.
Yeah.
Right, and which is the most unfortunate time because the intention of the LAFC player was to fucking put a ball towards the middle. Threw a ball through the middle, and the defense was shifting accordingly, right? That tackle comes in, and that fucking ball bounces to who, though? Who in the fuck would be out left with space?
It's insane.
Inside the box.
Again, like
regardless, outside the box, that shit's a layup.
Yeah, Angel, you're super critical. You're super critical on defense, a lot more so than I am, right? This one to me, I'm not. I can't blame anybody for this play, right? Because the way I see it, I think they better move. You talk to me about this.
Oof. We talk about root causes all the time, and George and I talked about this again also on Sunday. They did what they had to drop, right? I think they recovered well, and it's that bounce. It's the story of LA Galaxy season.
Okay.
That
cool.
that ball could have gone anywhere else. Anywhere else. Now I will say, you're tracking back on the counterattack. You've already reset. They had. I know it's still a lot of a quick bang bang type of play, but you still got someone's got to notice that Vela's out wide. That's where he's always gonna be. That's where he always drifts to. He scored goals from that same spot multiple times on us. So the fact that no one bothered to look for him, I will call that out.
No,
'Cause that's
but,
that's the one guy you gotta be
but
looking
see,
out for.
but
I
you
get it.
know
Look,
you know
I
what I'm
get
telling
it.
you.
I get it. Listen, I get it. I get it. I've seen the replay and I'm like, I get it.
Is that
I
Vela
get
being
it.
lazy too? Because he doesn't follow the play. You know what I mean? Like he just chills there, dog. Like he.
Of course, he's chilling. That's the fucked up part about
Fuck,
it.
dog.
But again, with that being said, he's still the most dangerous man on that field for that reason with that left foot. That's been his
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
someone's got to be aware of him. You know, someone's gonna speak. You know, out wide. You know, out left. You know, something. You know,
But yeah,
something.
I can't agree with you there. Just because again, is a deflection, right? The shifting is happening towards the middle. I think somebody who's in the chat says like moves towards the middle. Like
I get it. Listen, I get it. I get it. Go ahead, Masa. I know you're trying to say it. Say it.
I'm gonna go into the chat, and I agree with Gio. Where was Raheem? Because
Raheem cuts in the middle.
You said Jalen did enough.
Damn, you guys are very critical.
No, I am very critical.
That's
because
insane.
I just watched the game right now. Every
That's
time Caligari lost the ball or someone lost the ball, he's quick to drop back. For some reason, in this play, the ball goes down the middle. Jalen holds him. Brugman comes back, makes the first tackle. Balls goes out to Vela, goes back into the middle, and Raheem was nowhere near that fucking pitcher. Where was Raheem?
He's in the middle.
Why didn't he drop?
Isn't he in the middle? Like the reason the shift happens is because Mavinga, yeah, because they shifted Mavinga.
Memo Rodriguez dropped deeper than Raheem Edwards in that play.
I gotta go see it again because I didn't call that. Either way, though, like
Raheem?
Where was Raheem?
Raheem had a solid game.
Listen, but where's Raheem? When the ball's rotating that way, where do you move? When the ball's rotating where we lost the ball, where's Raheem at? Every time the ball's where at? Pushing wide, going up, right?
And he couldn't sprint back. My motherfucker's jogging 20 minutes in.
Yeah. Again, but it wasn't. It wasn't like we didn't have men back there, dog. You acted like we didn't have coverage there.
He couldn't sprint back.
All right, though. Again, listen, it wasn't.
This is the thing with
it wasn't him. There was coverage there. Y'all bugging right now.
He's done it all season.
I'm not bugging, bro.
You're bugging, dog. You're bugging. There was coverage there, but there was coverage there. I
watched the game today. I watched the game today, and after I saw that, I was like, all right, let me see how long it takes Caligari to drop back and defend.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because that play has nothing to do with Raheem, dog. Doesn't matter. That play has nothing to do with Raheem, dog. You guys are bugging right now.
At the end of the day, look, I get it. I'm gonna blame Raheem for other shit.
Yeah.
But he was not the cause of that goal.
He's not.
That was Brugman. That was Brugman shit.
Nah.
He should have tracked back. Absolutely.
He wouldn't have been a difference. It wouldn't have been a difference if he's back there, son.
But
not a difference if he's back there.
Look, it's a similar situation like Koulibaly on the pen. He was set up for
failure.
Oh my
God! Yeah, he was set up.
Right?
Yeah, he was set up failure. But listen, hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back.
What's the root cause of it? You know.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Yeah. Like, and again, no, but it was on Brugman because of the lazy pass, right? That should have been with intention in a pass and never happens again. That's where it happens, and that's the mistake for that first goal, right? And here's my shit though, like what the fuck happened after that goal to the G's? Because that fast movement, the Cheech pushing the line, players being wide, goes away. It goes away, man. Like our passing gets slowed down. You have Memo and Boyd looking at what Delgado, Cheech, and Pooch are doing, Brugman are doing, like just watching and not getting the width. And that was noticeable, but it's been noticeable every single fucking game we get scored on. Again, I thought we surpassed that last year, right? Because I think last year we showed a little fight every time we got scored on. We came back, but we're back to the mentality where we're fragile, or you know what it is? No, actually, I just thought about it.
I mean,
it's lack of confidence, right?
Where we could be fragile, especially if if
Like,
you think especially if your perspective, if your coach, if everyone feels like, oh, we're just getting unlucky and we're getting unlucky, then that shit happens to you. Obviously, your demeanor is gonna be like, fuck, here we go again, another
again,
thing. Like, yeah, like I see why that response happened, and obviously the game does open up after that for LAFC. They smell a little bit more blood and they open up because they were holding back a little bit based on the way that we were playing. Once that goal scores, it's a different game. It's a very different game because they got that confidence now going into. And on on the opposite of end of that, we get the fuck, here we go again type of thing, like another mistake or another bad luck incident.
well, here let's let me open that up to Angel Massa. How much of that was LAFC just kind of finding their feet after the goal, or how much was Galaxy just losing their shit because they got scored on again?
I'm gonna say Galaxy losing their shit.
Yeah,
After we got scored on?
yeah, after we got scored on.
Yeah, I think so.
How
Like,
did we lose our shit?
well, all right, maybe that was the shit.
Yeah,
What I meant by that, like, what I meant with that, like,
mentally.
I
Like,
think
like,
mentally
here we
we
go.
were-
bounced back solidly. They kept
I
playing.
don't.
They
Yeah,
kept
we
playing
kept.
their fucking game.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
100% we did.
No, we didn't. No. I really don't believe that because our intensity slowed down because what
You
we were looking
can't
to
keep the
create,
same intensity for
what
45 fucking minutes.
we were looking to create. Why not?
Then you
It's the
fucking
seventh
gas
game of
out.
the season.
You gotta pace your.
No
you gotta pace
way.
yourself.
It's not like we were running.
You're gonna die by the 75th
Were we
minute.
running? Were we fucking? Was it like 30-yard dashes for everybody? No, it was short touches. It was just fast moving balls, bro. Like, it's short pace running. Like, you're not gonna tell me you can't sustain that because that's, bro. You
Yeah,
bugging.
I
But
don't
okay,
think they
fine. Okay, yeah. So I'll track that back, right? I'll track that back.
got and scored on another 3.
We lost our shit. Did we not lose? All right, here. Let me retract. Lost our shit, right? But the intensity and what we were trying to do prior to the goal, then after the goal was different. And my question was, how much do you attest that to LAFC finding their footing and taking back some of the game, or LA Galaxy just like being down because of that goal? If you want me to be more to explain it better, right?
Again,
Like, that's what
LA
that's
Galaxy
from
being down for it because LA at that point LAFC is up 1-0. They have no reason to go chase the game. They're already winning. We're the ones that have to go chase.
yeah.
They can kick back, sit back, and hit us in counters.
But yeah. See, like, so my thought is because Pooch I feel Pooch had the same intensity the whole game. Right? I felt Pooch had the same intensity the whole game. I think Brookman was in the same realm. I think Cheech
He can't intensely hit the ball apparently.
I know. Fucking I know. But again, if we're being honest, like, you take that away from him and he has a baller game.
I don't care.
Yeah,
That matters.
Yeah, it does matter. It does matter, but it wasn't a staple of what he was doing throughout the whole game. But the intensity dropping, and I have to blame Memo for so much of that, because he was the interrupter of so many plays, bro. Because he couldn't give a right pass.
Memo's so bad.
I have mad notes,
It is
bro.
bad.
I have mad notes, and the only note I have for Memo is ass. I shared that on a Discord. Like I just didn't, bro. Like, and it was this thing. Like, again, I think the Galaxy plays the best. They look the best when they do one touch passing, when they move around each other to open up space and keep moving the ball, right? And there were so many times where that play is super easy for Memo because all he has to do is touch it right back or touch it, laterally. And man couldn't find a pass. Man couldn't control a ball fast enough to get it out of his feet. And I think he kills a lot of what they want to do. I think Boyd has the same issue. I think Boyd has the same issue of because he's not involved for parts of the game. When he gets the ball, he wants to do more. He wants to take somebody on. He wants to take an extra touch. And it slows our game down. Like, we're winning that. And I blame those two a lot for post-goal Galaxy in the second half. Or in the first half, I'm sorry. Thoughts on that? Am I crazy on that again?
No. I back you up 100%. The only reason I was backing up Memo a lot was because of what we had else on the bench. In Efra, but it's just as bad. There's some plays where it's just common soccer knowledge. If the ball's being played across your body, stop the ball with the foot that's on the outside. My man's trying to stop the ball with his inside foot so he could cut back. I don't understand. There's some things that I really don't understand that are just fundamental things that you should be doing. I'm not going to talk shit. You're a professional soccer player, but that's why we're holding you to a higher standard than what we see and than what we can do on the field.
I don't know, Doug. I've seen better soccer players playing on free first in Compton, so
I mean, that's true. But see, like, so I think consensus is set on Memo. He's not very good, right? But I know Angel and Masa, you guys like Boyd more than I do. What you think of my take on Boyd for in parts of the first half? Sorry.
I don't know if I
crazy.
agree with you guys.
Yeah, it's crazy how that you blame us slowing the game down on two players when it's by design. According to you, according to you, it's by design. We slowed the game down because we're the fucking slowest team in the league. Period. When it comes to building up.
Have you seen how we move the ball though? When we move one touch, like it doesn't matter how slow like we physically are. When we move the ball right, there's a play.
No. Our buildup is the slowest in the league. It's just that's how the Galaxy play. That's how Greg Vanny designed it. It doesn't matter who's on the field. It could be the Douglas Costa or whoever fucking other winger. It's gonna be. That's by design.
Yeah,
the fact that you're throwing Tyler Boyd in that fucking
Boyd and Momo.
It's crazy.
Listen,
crazy.
Like again, look, but that's what I'm asking for opinion, right? Why you get all your feelings for? I'm asking for opinions here, baby. Listen,
you from the jump, you've always said Tyler Boyd that you never liked Tyler Boyd, and that's fine. Yeah. You don't like Tyler Boyd, but you're blaming something on that is by design by your coach.
But listen to what I'm saying. But listen, why I'm blaming him, right? I'm blaming him because he takes an extra touch, because he holds on the ball, because he's not involved in every single play. When he gets the ball, he wants to take people on. When we're looking to touch the ball one time and create the spaces.
Isn't that what you want from your winger, though?
Exactly.
You got to mix it up. He's not going to be laying the ball off. And then he's not going to be fucking... He has to take players on. He has to do one.
It's got to be different.
Okay, but how successful is he at that?
Memo, on the other hand, it was doing the same shit over and over.
Yeah,
so
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Make up your mind. What do you want him to do?
And I want him to be able to touch the ball.
My winger has to do different shit. He does touch the ball, though.
No, okay.
The thing is that you want him to do it every single time.
Not every single time. Not every single time.
That's what it sounds like right now.
Listen,
he's changing it up. He's doing different things, and he's the only one trying to.
And how successful is he at this? And how successful is he at this?
Or the banger, which is weird.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, guys. So
the point is, you're right, but he's not as successful. And you're right. You may be right in that sense, but if that's the case, then that's the Greg Vanny issue for not acquiring a player that is going to be successful or bringing the player that is going to do the things that you're asking of this winger, Rudy. That's not the case, right? So right now, out of all the players that we have that can play out wide, he's our best option. And he's
I'm not saying he's not a better option, but I'm saying I do blame them for those things, right? And I'm not saying that I need him to do all that to do the one touch and move all the time. But there's obvious times where they're looking for that and he doesn't do it, right? There's obvious times where he needs to make that move, and then you have Brugman and Puig and Delgado touching around him because he's just standing there looking at the play. Like, and that's what I'm saying. But again, I want him to move, right? Or I want him to touch and go. I want him to do, and again, and I do when he has space and when he has a beat on the defender, I want him to take him on too. I want all that, right? But I want him to be like involved with what the team is trying to do, like in read it. I think he doesn't read it. Sometimes he takes the extra touch and takes on people when he probably shouldn't have. My take, right? And I think like this game, I think that's what happened after post that goal. Right? I think his memo like not being able to find a fucking pass, and I think his boy like trying to do too much when because he doesn't get engaged as much as he wants to. But then right, like listen,
that's the life of a winger though. But that's the life of a winger though.
Okay, but it's not working for us, right?
Have a lot of moments. It's not working for him right now, but he's find a way to score a goal.
So that second one I want to go right because I thought like so my notes are horrible for Boyd in the first half, right? And then he takes one shot from out wide. Gambetta gets a little space, takes a shot, puts pressure on the keeper to put it back. I'm like, yo, I like that because that's the first time we took a shot from outside. I think maybe the whole game, right? Like it's the first time we get this shot, a good shot too, and I'm like that. And then he ends up in the middle of the field. Like 2 plays after, he hits the middle field, 30 yards out, 35 yards out, and just fucking bangs one in, bro. Oh, I'm talking about like, yo, like, I was expecting that shit to fucking be rocket out. Sergio Ramos status to the moon. Dogecoin. But nah, bro. Like, yo, like, That's a fucking banger. That is a banger, bro. Like from that distance with that power, bro. Like keeper got to it and it folds his hands back. I gotta shut the fuck up because boy just scored a banger on his own too. He created that shit. He stepped up and he took it. Let me shut the fuck up because boy created the banger and we needed that. I think we needed that badly. Because again, we're gonna go again into the half being down 1-0. In a game where I felt like we should not be down. Right? Thankfully, we're not down. We go in 1-1 at the half. How confident? Oh, again, Masa, I know you didn't see it. You didn't see it live. Boys, saw it live. How confident are you at 1-1? Or how unconfident are you? What's the thoughts at 1-1?
At 1-1, my thought is anything could happen now.
Anything
we
can happen.
we saw the good of the Galaxy and we saw the bad of the Galaxy, and then we saw something that leveled it out. It's a rivalry game. We're gonna repeat this to the end of it. It's a rivalry game. Anything could fucking happen. By anything meaning Galaxy playing good for 25 minutes and us saying like, damn, this is good. But yeah, going into the half, it's just you don't feel confident, you don't feel stressed, you feel like let's see what's next.
Yeah, so as you said, right? Like it is the rivalry. It's a rivalry game. We know this was always fucking end up showing up for this game. I had a lot less faith in these Swiss to show up in the way they did because I didn't think they could.
I had hope.
At the half.
Yeah, I do. I always want my fucking team to win.
Yeah, I just didn't. But this time,
I mean,
I
yeah.
Well, hold on for it.
I know. I'm saying I had hope. I'm like, fuck. Can these fuckers actually pull it? I'm like, in my
Yeah.
head, like, can they actually do it? Like, I was questioning, like, with this team, with Memo Rodriguez out there, and my shit is like, fuck. If this is gonna happen, they gotta take care of business first 5-10 minutes of the second half. They gotta score. Otherwise, we're in for a bad one in the second half because what has been my beef all season since the start of the season?
I mean,
The depth.
name your
The
lips.
depth, right? That's probably, well, yes, a lot. But my biggest thing since before the start of the season, when we talked about the previous depth, right? That's gonna be my issue. Has been my issue. We don't have the depth of players that are gonna be game changers. You know, who can I look to the bench right now to change the shit for me? We don't have that. We have players that are gonna come in and slow the game down for you even fucking more than we already do, right? Players to close out a game potentially, right? If we're winning 1-0, 2-1. And that's where I'm scared. Like George, a little bit of George. You're like, hey, what's next? But I have to see this next in these next 5-10 minutes. That's where my hope is in those 5-10 minutes of the second half. If nothing happens for us, my hope is that's it. Done.
Over.
Done. Yeah, because we have to win it with that squad. And someone said, it was a pundit somewhere. I can't remember who it was, but someone said something about on paper this team is ass. So I had no faith in it, with the exception of a few players. But let's be honest here, the rest of this team is not a solid team.
I don't know. I don't know if you say that anymore, right? Listen, Memo being it, right? Because Cáceres comes back, right?
We're talking about the game players that were set up for this game. We're talking about on paper.
But even on paper, this team, I think Memo's the outlier. The other team is a lot better than us. But this team is not bad, especially with that midfield that we have. That midfield we have negates a lot of our weaknesses.
Sure, absolutely, I get that. Midfield, these three. Listen, if that's the case, if we're gonna win this game, fine. The last 7 games we have the best. Even the last 7 games we have the best trio in the mid. But are we winning games? Fuck no, we're not. We don't have game changers. We don't have anyone to come and make a difference in the game.
So let's keep talking about the game. You're a little optimistic, saying I need to see some 10 minutes. I'm with you in that one because that's my feeling on the second half. Like, okay, like you look good for the vastment for not maybe you look good for large chunks of that fucking first half, and you're only down because you're fucking idiots. So let's see what you have for second half, right? I'm really hoping that I see a halftime sub though, right? Like Memo has to come out for me. I thought that was obvious, like that Memo was coming out at the 45th minute. But no changes at half. Come in. We come out the same way we go in. Talk to me about your thoughts on the beginning of the second half.
How far into it? Because I think going into it, Ricky was one of the biggest influential players for the Galaxy. 45 minutes going into the game, and I don't know if it's him not being able to adjust, him slowing down, LAFC figuring him out for 20 minutes, but I think he was the heart. He continues to be the heartbeat of this team, good or bad. And when he went down, you see the level of the Galaxy drop down as well.
Who are you talking about?
Ricky.
Pooch.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know, because when he's playing well, I think the team plays really good in this game. And coming out of the half, I didn't see that. He was very quiet. I know commentators mentioned that a lot. That he had such a great first half that they weren't seeing a lot of him, and it showed in the game. It showed the way that we were playing. It showed the way that there was no spaces. And LAFC were controlling the first, I want to
10
say
minutes
20
or so.
minutes.
10,
20
15
minutes?
minutes.
Yeah.
10, 15, yeah, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, we were flat for sure. We came
Yeah.
out flat.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm not crazy because I felt that too. Like I felt like we didn't come out with the same energy we had in the first half, right? Like we didn't come up with the same intensity.
Especially ending that first half.
Yeah.
After you scored a tying goal.
So I felt that too, and then it just got worse, right? Because 15 minutes into it,
Shit.
not even 13 minutes into it, on a nothing play, Mavinga goes down face first on the ground. I knew it. Like I didn't know what the injury was, but my man went down face first and he didn't move. I was like, oh fuck, right? Because who now? Who comes off the bench from Mavinga?
It's crazy.
Mavinga being our third choice at this point.
I think it was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Up to that point, and when he fucking went down, I think I was in the hotel still.
Mm-hmm.
He goes down, and everyone had just woken up. I was like, "Let's get the fuck out of here! I can't."
I'm done. They were happiest place on earth.
Downhill from here. And I seen him go down, and I was like, "Fuck, man!" And I seen Sega come in, and his first two passes, I ran out the fucking room.
Dog. And that's and Angel. Listen, here's the shit, right? Because I think a center back was something that we had thought that we were covered, right? And Neil was going to be, looking to break into it somehow. And I think Neil Cáceres is not a bad pair. I think Neil Mavinga didn't look like a bad pair, but fuck, it went downhill after that. Koulibaly, as Masa said, came in. Koulibaly came in, and I think there's a ball being played to him at his feet with no pressure. Neo next to him, and I think it's Caligari out wide from him, and he plays it into the middle, right into LAFC feet. What the fuck? Like, I mean, we have been playing so well. Ball at feet, touching the ball out. And that's the first thing. Then I was like, oh. I forgot the stat. I should have fucking screenshot it.
I mean,
but like
he should have been gone out. He should have been out of this team 2 seasons ago. The year we got him, should have been gone.
Wait, even at that, like he the stat I was looking, was this stat that was shared? Like this is his first like minutes in a long time or whatever, right? Like
no preseason, no.
Yeah, he's rusty for sure.
Like you know what I mean? Like so, if a player who we don't rate highly when he's in quote unquote peak conditions and in game rhythm, like now we're throwing him into a big game, a game that we're looking comfortable in, to be paired up with Neo. Like in unfortunate, man.
I mean, that's not to him right now. I mean, I get it. I agree with everyone. Most of the passes, I get it, spot on, but he hasn't played the longest. He got tossed, and I don't think he expected to play at all this game.
No,
right?
Like,
him come. I didn't even know he was on the bench.
And it's fucked because like if we felt it after those passes, if we felt it, like you can imagine how he was feeling, right? Like he didn't get his feet under him until we're down by 2 and shit. So let's keep it pushing, right? And let's talk about the throw-in. Let's talk about a throw-in. And here, let me start by prefacing this, right? Like, it is by design that Vanny's looking to play almost always back to the middle and then create from there, right? So like, no, you push out wide, then you look to go back in the middle. Push out wide, you look to go back in the middle. So a throw in, maybe 15 yards from the corner kick, right? In our own half. Angel, where do you pass the ball out to?
Forward. You go forward. Pa adelante. You're in your defensive half. He's definitely within the from the end line to what would be the 18 of the box, if I recall correctly. Maybe on the edge of what the 18 line would be. That's very dangerous place to be.
Yeah.
Defensively. Very dangerous place to be. You throw that ball forward, Rudy. like forward. Like I don't know what to honestly. I don't know what to say right now.
What do you,
George, Mata, Rudy? When do you guys tell me? I have no words. I don't know what to tell you guys. Eli.
Yeah.
Doesn't fucking throw the ball back. Motherfucker is 7.
Yo.
In defensive dangerous areas like that.
So yes. Why? I
was chilling, dog. I was good.
Why? So yeah, like, yes. Why pass it back? And then why pass it back with that much pace? Like, why forward it with that pace?
With his fucking hands, dog. It's not even a pass back. Look, even what's his face? Brugman's shit. We've all done it. You know, George fucking
lazy on
injured
it.
my knee on a lazy pass. Like, there's a reason why my knees hasn't been the same because George couldn't fucking give me the ball to feet, right? So we've all done it. We've all done it. No, fuck you.
You're running the wing. You're running the wing. Where do you ask for the ball?
We've all done it.
We've all done it. Where do you want the ball?
Such a short ball. We've all done it. I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's not with our feet though. We don't do everything with our feet, right? We walk, things like that. We
kick a ball.
We play soccer. Kickball at school. We run. We do stuff like that, right? But everything else we do with our hands, we have better control with our hands.
Coordination with our hands, yeah.
This motherfucker. Can someone defend him? How do you defend him?
Nah.
Nope. Nope.
Is my frustration valid?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Listen, I take back Caceres. And I talked to George about this. I snapped last week. I was mad. I was mad. That's stupidity. But I take him back. I knew I was gonna take it back the season. I knew it.
It wasn't really like that.
Yeah, like it was just a moment of I was just mad at you, stupid, dumbass. But this, fuck, man, like using your hands.
Yeah.
You're not even allowed to use your hands in the fucking game. One of you three, somebody say something.
No, it's inexcusable. It's inexcusable, man.
Inexcusable the fact that you throw it back with that pace to a
Do you throw it back, period?
player.
That pace?
Throw it back, period. Especially to a team that loves to attack. I might get burned for this one, but as a defender, you got to realize the touch that man takes, and you still decide to take him out. I'm putting a lot of shit still on Uncle Labali.
He has some. He has some.
Look, and I get it. I give him some blame. I will.
Let me preface by saying I'm not taking the blame away from Edwards. This is 100% on Edwards. But if we're doing 2 plays, the touch that the forward did was to our goalie.
Mm-hmm.
There's time for you to see that, and you still leave your foot in to take this man out. And it's not even a bump. Like, you took this man out, and there's time for you to pull back. We gave Koulibaly a shit about him being cold, about him not being informed. He should have been sold a long time ago. 100%. You're still a professional soccer player.
Yeah.
And you're still playing.
I do have a question for you guys though. What happes if he does pull up? What happens if he doesn't he lets that player go?
I think, in my opinion, I think Klinsmann has advantage there. I think Klinsmann has advantage.
I don't know.
No.
Look, and I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it again.
I just rewatched it. So that's why I'm saying it. I just rewatched it, so it might be unfair. I just rewatched it. The ball's at Klinsmann. The ball
that is
centered,
true,
basically.
but how do you not put your foot in?
No,
and then
but
pull it out right away?
No,
here's my thing though.
And that's my thing
No.
though. And about Koulibaly, like it's a reactionary
Look.
thing. Like, you have to do something. You're
There
doing
you
it. If
go.
you do, you're doing
Angel
it.
said it. Angel said it. Angel said it. The problem there is his reaction time is so bad. Like that's the real problem there. Like you know what I mean? Like
okay, if he doesn't put his foot in, then the touch is probably better.
Listen, we could argue
after the touch. Like I'm saying, it's unfair because I'm seeing
It's
it
a
right
50,
now in front of me.
It's a 50-50. You put
Bro,
your foot in,
yeah.
and you don't get there.
The problem is that like he doesn't realize that he's not gonna get there. Like his reaction time is super slow there, and he puts his foot out. Right, like that's a problem. But again, it's not really on him, right? Because we saw we saw the shape that he's in, we saw the form that he's in already. He has showed that to us. He has showed it to his teammates. Right? The one thing we want from him is just clear the ball at this point. Just be a body there and clear the ball. Be a presence.
And also,
yeah, 100%.
On it right before the throwing goes, the first thing he does is he points forward to point it forward. So he's running forward as the ball is getting thrown in, and then he takes a step back. So he's already in no man's land. So
Koulibaly, he
Yeah.
tells him go forward.
yeah. It's unfair because I'm watching it right here. As the thing's going, he's going like this. So when he's throwing it in, because Raheem, what he does, he fakes forward.
He flicks it.
So Koulibaly's running forward. The ball gets passed back. Koulibaly takes 2 steps back. He takes 2 steps back and he miscounts it. He takes another step forward touches it, and then he puts his foot in.
This is the
he wasn't expecting it. He was not expecting it. His first, he's telling Raheem forward.
Like, we have to work hard to score goals.
Mm-hmm.
We have to work hard to score goals, and we're giving away easy ass goals. Jeez. I get it was a pen, and there's still an opportunity for PK, but you're more likely to make a PK than to miss or have the goalie save it.
Not if you're the Galaxy.
Well, that's listen. Here's the thing, though, right? Like it's Edwards, it's on Edwards, right? Because Koulibaly has showed us that he was off.
Absolutely, yeah.
Don't even throw it backwards. He's telling you to throw it forward. You decide to throw it backwards. You put him in a fucked up position. Koulibaly's reaction times is like me in Call of Duty. It's you know what I mean. It's bad and shit, right? It's all bad. But then there you go. Another mistake, another goal. We're down 2-1.
Yippee!
Fuck. Pretty bad, right? Because that comes in the 68th minute. It seems like we just turn around and gets up in a bad situation again. Goes out to a corner, and Mark Delgado. All right, one here. Let me start here. Mark Delgado ends up guarding somebody who has like 5 inches on him, maybe more. Like obviously like taller than him.
Yeah.
And then gets beat by the weakest shimmy in the fucking world, dog. Like, man did like half step inwards, and that was enough for fucking Delgado to get stuck on his place and lose him. Because by the time the ball gets to yeah, I'm not gonna say his name. By the time it gets to the level, like he has space. He's be able to redirect it, and that's a fucking goal. Come on. Even if you're not gonna beat him in the air.
I remember just Mark just completely lost his mark. He was just flat. No man's land, because
he steps one steps
angles and who was it for AFC? Whoever it was, right? He had no pressure. That was probably one of the easiest headers anyone will score ever.
Yeah, listen. I think even if Mark is on him, I think he might get to the ball because he had a height advantage over Mark, right? So I think it was a bad. It's a bad setup. But Mark is there to fucking exactly. Mark is there to make it uncomfortable for him, right? Like don't let him have the space in the wind up and just that non-pressure to be able to have that header so cleanly. Dog, in a matter of 2 minutes, at least that's what it's recorded on fucking on Who Scored. We're down 3-1 in 2 minutes. What the fuck? Why it just keeps happening? Well, I don't get it. Three mistakes, three fucking goals against. In comes Joveljic for Memo. In comes Aguirre and Aude for Void and Edwards. And we go to a 3-5-2. What is it? Neo Maving? No, like Koulibaly, Neo, and Caligari. Right? That's who ended up being in the back three. Forming the back three.
Koulibaly and Neo.
Yep. We go with Aguirre out wide as your right wing back,
Yeah.
and Inaude as your left wing back. First time seeing Inaude. Talk to me about this change. I hear mixed things about this, right? Like especially like from the G's community on the 3-5-2. I see people saying how come we're not starting on this, and other people saying like this is not a good look for us. Where do you guys stand at?
I think it depends on the team.
On the team we're playing or the team that we
On
that
the
we
team
have?
we're playing against. And I don't like it to start either.
To start, I don't agree with.
I like it to sub like in the second half if you need a goal and the team isn't fucking uh closing down the midfield, then you go into the 3-5-2 or whatever the fuck it is. But if the team is an attacking team that's like Seattle and fucking LAFC or maybe even Austin next week that likes to fucking be open, then that 3-5-2 is gonna work. But when a team is gonna sit back and wait, like fucking Houston, they're gonna fuck us every time, bro. This shit is stupid. I don't want to see that shit from the jump.
But we also have to have full confidence in the three that we're playing in the back.
Mm.
We don't even have
Talk
three
to-
center backs.
Okay, yeah. So that's so back to our depth, back to the players that we have. I don't feel comfortable playing in that position, knowing what we have back there. We have to when you play three in the back, you have to be confident at all three of those players coming in.
Because we're legit playing three in the back. It's not like a three that drops into a five. It's really a three, and then Mark Delgado's dropping in to back you up, and whoever is coming in for coverage. So it's really not. It's really more of an offensive formation in a defensive, even if we are playing with the wing backs. I don't know how I feel about it, man. Because I feel like we create opportunities on the 3-5-2, but it feels like so disjointed, and also feels like we could get scored on it in a moment. Like that's what's scary about it, because I think we might be able to create more chances, but it also feels like
Well, see,
that
at
we're
that point,
becoming vulnerable.
at that point, it's all right, bro. We're already
Al
down
asador,
3-1.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
fuck it. You need a second striker. That's fine. But I'm saying like against Houston, and I hate to go back to last week, but that shit was never gonna work.
No, but
Because
let's.
exactly what, but because what was
Nah,
gonna happen?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Right? Like if Costa comes in with intentions of playing and we don't get another stupid red card, I would have loved to see what that looks like. I would have loved to see what it looks like.
Not a wing back.
Listen, I don't care. I don't care what you're saying. Though, I would have loved to see that. That's what I'm saying. I would have loved to see that, but we didn't.
About it because we haven't seen it. We haven't.
Yeah, we haven't seen it. So I would love to see it. Yeah. And we're never gonna see it. So like I'm okay with move on from that shit. But again, and I wasn't even talking the 3-5-2 in general is what I'm talking about. Like I think we're vulnerable at the back, like, not necessarily just for this game, but just in general. I kind of like I said, I don't trust like myself. Like George was saying, I don't trust the defense. So at 1-3, right? Levels ahead. Pooch pretty much from the floor puts a ball in for Cheech, that sets him up 1v1 with the keeper. Now, big block from the keeper. I'm not gonna take it away from the keeper. I think it's like as a keeper, I think that was a really big block on him. But I don't give a fuck. Right? I told George this. Preston and Joveljic, when they had chances and they missed them, they had an out because they weren't Chicharito. They weren't our captain. They weren't our guy who's going to come in and solve our scoring problems. Chicharito doesn't have that. Chicharito is that guy, right? So when you get put in a one-on-one situation, I get it, good block from the keeper. I don't care. I need you to fucking put those away. When it's opportunity that is that clear, when it's one-on-one with space and you get control of that ball, I want you to put it away. Don't get me wrong. I think he had a good take on it. I think his form was right and everything, but he didn't score a goal.
I don't know if I agree there, but okay.
Okay. Yeah. You don't have to agree. But again, like, oh wait, what didn't you agree with? That his form was right?
I don't like.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
His
okay.
decision was bad.
I don't think it was, but whatever. Like,
I think
Should
it
have
was
gone.
terrible.
He should have gone first post
Low.
Yep.
Yeah. I listen. If you would have,
because Rudy, when you come out as a keeper, your initial reaction as a keeper is here, right?
Yes.
Your initial reaction as a keeper to make yourself big is here. I think the goalie doesn't have to do much.
Oh no, he does. Goalie does a lot.
Big ups to the goalie. Hold on. Big ups to the goalie. But I think a goalie needs to move more going low. Going low, you actually have to make an attempt to.
Oh.
You have to make the
you see
adjustment.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
have to
wouldn't
make an
argue. I
adjustment.
wouldn't argue with you guys about him.
So that's
That's
why,
my
as a
point.
striker, like it was one of those like, let me shoot it and let me get it with power on target, as opposed to you have so much time in the world to take that calmly. And to your point, as a forward like Chicharito, you need to do that. Joveljic, I would still be mad at. Judd, I wouldn't. Judd, because we know what we're getting. Joveljic, I would still give like, yo, you got to put that shit away. And I think
Agreed.
he
Yeah.
would hold himself to that standard too. So I won't give Joveljic the out, but Chicharito never is gonna get that out. You need to make that. You need to make that like, especially the way that he talks. Oh, we love the pressure. We do this. We do that. This is that time. This is that moment. This is the things that you want. This is what you got to do. This is where we're at. Like, you made it. Big ups to the goalie. I'm not taking anything away from him, but I think he made he made the goalie's job easier by positioning it where he had to. Because when you come out as a goalie, you make yourself big, mid range here, not
100%.
high here and not low here.
100%.
So it's automatic for a goalie to come out here, and that's exactly where the ball went.
Is 100% correct, because the keeper, watch the replay, that motherfucker throws his arms out and closes his eyes and puts his face to the side.
Exactly what he does.
Yeah, but he closed the space down like that, and he gets opportunity to do that because he closed. The keeper did a lot, right? If you guys want to create it, fine, that's cool. Keeper does a lot, right? Now, my take, I thought he had good form, but again, I'm not a striker. I never have been. I always play goalkeeper. So you guys saying he should have done better? Fine, I'm okay with it because I don't give a fuck. That if he would have tripped and the ball would have looped over him and scored in, I would have celebrated that. If he would have fucked up and just hit the ground and it would have popped over him and scored that way, I would have celebrated that. I don't give a fuck how it went in. It had to go in. So that's what my problem lies. It didn't go in, and it's Chicharito. It's who is going to solve our problems going in the scoring goal department, right? That's our guy, and there's not a better opportunity than what he got, and he fucked it up, right? Whether good shot, bad shot, I'll take your opinions.
He didn't put it away. That's the point. He didn't put it away.
That's the point.
Right.
That's the point, and that is fucking. Again, I think he does a lot right because even when I think the spaces we can close, I think he did a lot right. Like inside before that goal on the Boyd's goal, I think you have to see where Chicharito's at because he's super wide. He's super wide. It allows him to be in that middle. I think Chicharito did a lot right, but the one thing he needed to do was score that goal, and he did it. And I think that's a big notch because that's. I mean, where else are we looking at now? Where else are we looking at for goals if it's not Chicharito in a one-on-one situation when you get put in a position like that? It had to be him. Disappointing. That was a chance. At the 2-1, I don't know what that was like. What, maybe like the 75th minute, 70th minute, somewhere around there. Like, get back in there, right? But okay, he missed that. Pooch gets away. He finds some space. He cracks the ball. I thought it was in too.
What a banger, man.
Yep.
Right off the fucking post, dog. That was it. That was it for me. I thought we lost. I was like, yeah, that's it. I mean, like it was there and we know how to take it. Okay, whatever. There was one more though, right? Because again, my mistake this whole time. I thought it was Brugman. But it was Aude who finds space out wide. Joveljic with a good run. Aude with a nice fucking outside of the foot pass into space that Joveljic finds in, right? Yo, the one thing again, Chicharito does this thing, and I gotta give him credit for this. Like he makes that first run post that pulls the whole defense, that makes the whole defense react, opens up the space behind him. I'm pretty sure he was making the run to get on that ball, but he doesn't. It gets by and it gets to Mark Delgado for the 2-1. Again, he needs to score that goal, but he also does that for us, and I think we are missing that commitment to run to a first ball and make the defense react to you. So I have to give a lot of credit to that goal, Chicharito. He's a credited for assist. I didn't realize that. Yeah, what's up? The Chicharito, Chicharito's assist.
I think you get the touch on it.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Like I didn't even realize that he had done that. Right, I thought the ball had just gone past him. But again, we need that too, right? Because we hadn't got that. Like we hadn't had a tap in like that since fucking Joveljic scored. So 2-1, man. 2-1, and here we go. 3-2. Sorry, 3-2. Here we go. Like the Galaxy again, dog. Like we end up with like 8 minutes of fucking of additional time or whatever it was. I gotta put pressure on it, dog. And I'm hyped and I'm excited, and we fall short. All right, because there's no fucking two ways about it. We fall short. And fuck this team, dog. Because for so many moments in this fucking game, we showed that we could legit beat any team in this fucking league, though, but we just can't get our shit together and actually do it. Before we wrap this out, and before we have some final thoughts on this, can we talk about Uda for a second? Because prior to me realizing that that he had put in that pass to Joveljic in the start of that play, I thought he moved well, but he wasn't finding passes right. Like he wasn't finding the right pass into the space. I think he was recognizing the space. He just wasn't finding the right touch for it.
I'm with you 100% on that.
Which was my notes, but I wasn't upset at either too because I wasn't like, alarmed by that because I think I'm seeing the same thing with Caligari where like his first few games there was some inconsistency in his touches, and then I think this game he had a really solid game. Like he had no real faults on him. So give me your thoughts on that. That being said,
I think to the point, I saw him making himself available, running into spaces. I liked everything that I saw, but that last touch of him seeing the winger making the run, I don't think that his passes were where they meant to be. But I'm not knocking him because it was his 10th minute playing with the team. You give me like so. I'm not faulting him for it. You need some time to understand how these players are going to run. To me, it looked like more of a soccer pass. Like, hey, play it into the space. Like, not back. Regardless, you got to give this man some time. And I think he showed it with the goal because the pass that he made to set up the goal was the 3 passes that I want prior.
Yep.
So it works. So you give me. I'm not against them at all. I listen. It'll be stupid for me to be against him based on what we have and what we've been seeing. And the fact that he made, they're not even mistakes because the ball went to the person.
Yeah,
I just think he would have given the player a better advantage, putting them in a better position. So I can't be mad at it. You're just gonna grow as a player and you're gonna understand your team a little bit more.
Masa, I know you were big on him coming in. Your impressions on the what 20 odd minutes that he played?
What I expected, to be honest. He's getting to know his teammates a little better. You can tell that he can fill in both roles out wide, and when he needs to drop into the center midfield role, he looks like he doesn't get lost. So, I mean, some time, bro. Give him some time. Once he gets I mean, he's been here a week, and that play for that goal, it was like he's been
he opens that up. He opens that up with that pass, and George mentioned it. Like he looked for some similar, like a few plays prior to that too, and he hadn't missed the pass, right? Just barely missed the pass or got intercepted. That was the pass that opened up the key for the second goal. Angel, thoughts on? Oh, I'm sorry,
one more thing, because I don't know if it went unnoticed or not, but he comes in and he's about to get cooked on a counter, and he draws a yellow card right away.
Yeah, but that's the South American player, huh?
Simple shit, bro.
Yeah, like, it's called Mio.
I'm not about to get fucking cooked. And he took a yellow early on.
Okay. Yep. Angel, thoughts on Ode?
I got nothing. You guys are spot on. I have nothing else to add.
Well, here, let me ask you another question then. I like the vision Ode has. I like the vision Caligari has. I think they're both footballers. Like they can play ball, right? I'm a little concerned because I don't think neither of them are pacey. I don't think they're like. I think they're quick enough, but I don't think they're pacey. Is that any of you have concern of that? Especially
anymore, no, because I mean, I don't think so.
I'm just proposing the question.
Caligari is finding ways to be dropped back. You mentioned earlier in the pod that he's tracking back. He's finding ways to get back. As long as they know what their responsibilities are and they're getting them done, I'm not concerned with the speed. And it's Masa mentioned it. Was it earlier in the pod? We're not a fast team.
No.
So it's not like I expect us to have pace. We lost that already. We had it last season. We're not trying to utilize it. And you mentioned it, I think, last pod. Tyler Boyd, he's explosive, but he's not fast. It's 2 different things, right? Being really agile and being fast is 2 different things. That he has, right? But we don't have pace. We're not a fast team. We're a team that's going to play slow. So defensively, that's where the issue be. When we're tracking back, when we're getting hit on counters, sure. But then we're hoping that we're not making any more mistakes, right? To be hit on those counters. So there's that.
Because if you eliminate mistakes, just the mistakes themselves, like we're looking at different seasons. So spot on. Masa, George, any concern on the pace?
Nah, I mean, if we're going based on this game, Boanga had to switch sides because a 1v1 versus Caligari, he had him in his pocket, bro.
Yeah,
You,
he
you,
was solid, bro.
you know, also like yeah, I'm not trying to take anything away from Caligari, but I also felt like that Mark and Brookman held a lot of responsibility defensively this game too. Like they were dropping in it and looking to be
Yeah.
news, you know. So I
No, I
think they
was
helped
just
out too.
talking about the
But
the 1v1 situation.
when
And
he,
Boanga's the hottest player in MLS
yep,
right now.
yep,
So
I
the
heard that
fact
enough
that
times this fucking weekend.
yeah, the fact that Caligari was
Shut him
able to
down.
keep up with them, made him switch sides. To me, it says enough about how he's adapting to the team, and he might not be the fastest, but I think he's not slow. If we're going,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
he's
yeah. No, no.
solid.
Yeah, that was
I
that was
don't
not my
think he
intention.
meant like that they're slow players. No, I just think he maybe not as fast and maybe like what Julian,
Yeah,
Edwards, and
yeah.
Edwards. But
Edwards,
Edwards doesn't
yeah.
fucking run anyways. Edwards doesn't fucking run anyway, so why does it matter?
He runs up. Yeah, I was just curious. I was just curious because again, but I'm with you guys just because I think they're footballers. They know how to touch the ball, right? And I think this team is looking to create the space by pulling the teams in and then exploiting their out of position players. So I think it could work. I'm really, man. If we could figure out, we got to figure out a center back situation, the other center back situation because Neo Aude and yeah, Neo Aude and fucking Caligari can play the ball at their
I think
feet.
there's no
I like
question.
it.
I think it's gonna be Cáceres.
Yeah, yeah.
Cáceres
Cáceres now, right? But like Cáceres can't be like who we need to find a really no. I would like to
I
see
just
a
hope
nice
Mavinga
pairing
is
with
not
Neo.
hurt for long because I wasn't too hyped about him, but I
He
mean,
didn't look bad. He
this
looked like
game he
coverage.
did not look bad, and he had pace.
Mhm.
There was times when I
But
thought he was gonna get cooked, and he caught up, and I was like, man, he moves for a big guy.
I'm scared though. I think it's a big injury because like he
Yeah.
wasn't rolling
Non-contact
around.
injury.
It wasn't
He wasn't
you know.
crutches post game.
Yeah, he was crutches going into the tunnel.
Uh,
Nah,
one
Jesus.
one last thing I want to one last thing I want to talk about or mention at least is our last substitution.
Oh, I turned my shit off when I said
Dog.
Fair enough. You know, and I only bring it up because Aguirre came into it. And I think Aguirre's been being deployed in that like right wing back position or whatever. And he had misplaced passes. I think he had like 3-4 misplaced passes, but I like what he was trying to do. Like the touch was a little too long. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, and you're playing a right wing back, like not what I expected you'd be playing, right? So all that.
I'm not mad at him.
This was fucking Chicken comes in though. And that's all you have to do. The same thing fucking Aguirre's doing, right? Like understand what the team is trying to do and try to play the right ball. You have a better left foot, so like you could probably find a pass. That's all you gotta do. Fool, this fool had the ball like he came in like in the 90 odd minute. He had like 3-4 times they played him the ball and he lost the ball every single fucking time. Like he couldn't even pass out. Fool, you had a shot at starting. You shit the bed. You had a spot at coming in earlier in the game. You shit the bed. You have fucking excuse me. You have 3 minutes. I gotta just pass the ball and nobody will talk shit. Everybody just forgets about you. But you can't even do that. And then on Monday we find out that he's a national Mexican selection player. What the Twilight World? Like, what the what the fuck? Where am I?
I love that. I love that.
It just tells you where Mexico's at right now.
I love that. Get my man stock up.
I've been saying this shit, dog. Liga MX been dead for fucking years, dog.
Nah, what you mean, dog? Leagues Cup.
This is the evidence right here.
Final thoughts on this game. Actually, you know what? Like before you get final thoughts, you guys hear the press conference at all?
No.
Kind of.
I
read over the notes and all that.
I heard Cheech's fucking press conference.
What do you say?
That they're not the best team. That they're that people give him too much hype. That he doesn't see it.
Take it.
Well, listen, like that part I get. Nah, I don't even get, but it's dumb, right? Like so that's not even what bothered me. What bothered me is that he again, like as we've been doing now, is chucking it up to like if you take these mistakes out and you know this here and that, right? Like my guy, you had a 1-on-1 and you missed it, right? Like this brushing off of things, we can't just brush it off though. You can't just brush it off. Like let's. Yes, we could turn this around because fucking how many teams going into the playoffs this year, right? Like I know we could turn it around. I'm not saying we can't, but we fucking started the season with fucking 0 victories in 7 games. We haven't won a fucking game.
We only scored what, 3 goals? 4 goals?
Something 4 goals. Yeah, 5 goals. We scored 2 this game, right?
But before that, it was 3, right?
Yeah. Like you have.
And I know, and only 1 forward has scored so far.
Yeah, a couple of defenders and Dejan and Mark. And that's a shit. Like I need somebody to be like, he says one thing that rings true, but is bullshit. Is like, at our best today is what our minimum should be. But that's bullshit because your best today was only your best today because you played against fucking Levas. You know what I mean? Like let's be real here, dog. Like I think we could turn it around. I still think we could make a good run and if we get form. But right now, our current situation is not that. So let's not brush it over like it's not like we're not in shit right now. Like we're not down bad. All right, because the G's are down bad right now, dog. Like not only outside the outside noise, right? Bullshit. But also look what's going on in the field. Like it's a bad time. Like and some of these motherfuckers start taking it. That's all I wanted to bring up with that.
I don't want to get to this, but what about if this continues? How long can you just say, "Oh, it's just our luck. It's just our luck. It's just our luck"? Like when does that line draw? Like what is it? 9 games? Is it 12 games? Is it 13 games? Is it 10 games?
It depends.
When
on
do
the
you start
context.
taking account
too, though, sometimes, man.
Context?
Like, you gotta make your own luck sometimes, bro. Like again, it
Yeah.
goes back to that first LAFC goal, right? Is a turnover that lets everything. Yes, lucky bounce to Villa. I get it, absolutely, but they capitalized on the opportunity that they got.
Mm-hmm.
They created their luck off of that.
I truly believe it. Like beyond soccer, like whenever you live your life, like, why does this happen to me? Why always me? Why always like things are gonna continue to happen to you? You get me? Like
taking no accountability for shit.
That's just life. Instead of saying like, nah, that's on me. Let's fix it. Let's do it. It just can't always be like it's the world's fault against me. It's not that. Like that's exactly what's happening to the Galaxy right now.
And again, like if we had wins in here and there, right? If we had like better performances here, they're like, okay, but like we've seen it, like it's self-inflicted. Every single fucking game is self-inflicted. How we're not taking responsibility for that? Like I understand some of these bad calls from refs. I understand like yada yada yada, but like, all right, 7 fucking games, the worst start of Galaxy history. Somebody got to be responsible for that. Like I hope this season turns around, man. They really do, but like. It's bullshit. It's bullshit right now. We got fucking Austin next, right? That's who we playing next.
Yeah.
Shit.
We have a better track record versus Austin so far, right? We've only lost to Austin once. But this year's different. This year's really started to feel different so far. What are we thinking? Here? Let's see what's
we fucking this weekend.
Pain.
Well, I have a question. What's the deal with the red cards? Since one of them was a double yellow, the other
Cáceres
was
is
cherry
back.
red.
Cáceres is back? I
Douglas
thought he had-
Costa's out 3 games. No.
Okay,
Cáceres
I'm cool with that.
It was
I'm
double
cool with
yellow.
that.
Cáceres was just a
One game
fine, I believe.
suspension.
Okay, it was a fine. That's what that was. You're right.
Yeah.
Douglas Costa's out
And-
for 2 more games.
2 more games. All right.
Forever. Fuck that. Listen,
We're at home.
Austin sitting at 10th with 8 points. Galaxy sitting 14th or 27th or 20. What is it? 26th overall. Just by the way. No, we're two, only KC and Montreal are worse. What are you thinking, boys? What are you thinking here? Like, is there a wake up after this fucking game?
We winning this weekend, bro.
Think so.
Pain.
I think so.
I think
Pain
so,
again,
too.
baby.
I
think so too?
I think 3-2 we take out.
Wow, that's crazy.
Here we go.
I think our offense finally starts waking up, but shit. Nah, I don't see it. 3-2.
We're gonna win if Edwards is not on the lineup.
I think Edwards gonna be in lineup, but I don't think he's gonna be in
Edwards in the
left back.
lineup, but I think it's gonna be in the mid. Yep.
If he
I
goes
agree.
winger, I'm cool with that.
I'm
Yeah,
good
Yeah,
with
me
that right
too.
now.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, it is crazy.
crazy, huh?
crazy. George mentioned that again also on Sunday. We were talking about that.
Oh, dog. I was here 3 weeks ago talking about fuck no, get out of here with that bullshit. And I'm okay with it right now, dog, because that was really fucking ass. Yeah, I hear. So let's talk there, right? It's Klinsmann at goal. It's Caligari all right. It's Neo at center back. It's who with him at center back?
Cáceres.
Cáceres at center
We
back.
can't call it Bali, though.
Imagine put fucking Mavinga back in there with crutches, bro.
Maybe not, dog. It's Savaletta's turn, maybe. It might be Savaletta's turn, maybe.
Boys, if Koulibaly starts,
Shut the fuck up. I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear this shit, dog.
you're backing up, and Vanny's getting thinner and thinner as the season
It is,
goes.
though.
Yo,
You're not wrong. You're not fucking wrong at all. Cáceres with Neo, Aude out left. Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
please.
The best midfield, the best,
Done that
the
from the beginning. This is past
maybe
game.
the best losing midfield in the MLS. Pooch, Mark, and Brugman.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cheech on
doesn't
top?
change.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
No, I still believe in Cheech. I still believe in Cheech. Boyd out right, huh? Because that's where he did play this weekend. Boyd out right. And Edwards out left.
Raheem.
Raheem the Dream, baby.
How real is that? How real do we think that is? How real is that
Very real.
option?
I
I think very real.
we're more likely to see Dejan in there.
I wouldn't be mad at that either, because you saw where he creates that goal from, right? It's out left. I'm saying like he could deploy out left.
Fucking play him out
Jesus
there.
fucking
Attack.
Christ!
I know he's gonna be more attacking. I get that, but that's what we need.
I
Don't
think Memo
expect him to
starts
drop.
again, boys.
No, shut the fuck up. Sorry, I don't mean that. Don't say that,
part
though.
is that-
What's the part is that George is right?
Nah,
think
don't
Memo
say that. Why y'all gotta say stupid shit? Dog? I'm gonna end the
Memo?
pod right now. You say Memo again? Masa, you can't believe that, right?
No, who said that?
I do.
Angel and George.
George.
Memo again?
And
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
Listen,
That's the reality.
listen.
I mean,
I'm going based off my
I
coach.
would not be surprised.
I'm going based off my coach. Vanny's
not
gonna
be
start Memo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with Edwards. He's gonna go with Edwards. I think he's gonna go with Edwards.
I think you're hoping he goes.
I'm hoping he goes with Dejan. But
I wouldn't be mad at that, but I think he's gonna go with Edwards still. But I might be hoping George might be right.
Please, Vanny, go over. Please, Vanny, go with that.
Oh
Or
my
Dejan.
fucking good. Yeah. See, listen. I'm less concerned about defense when I look at it, and it's Caligari, Neo, Cáceres, and Aude. Right? Yo, one thing I forgot to mention is fucking
because
Klinsmann.
Those are the players that we went out to get.
Yeah. So I'm not concerned now.
You have your players there. You have your back line that you wanted.
And you have Klinsmann. Because I wanted to bring it up
He's
here.
fine.
He's been more than fine. His distribution starts. Distribution starts a lot of plays for us. Something that me and George actually have been critical on Bond for, right? Like this guy, he's not only distributing right, but he's also understands the pace that he needs to distribute at, right? Like I saw him put a pass out 20 yards with pace, and it starts the attack there. Like I'm really liking that. Angel, you said he's coming off of crosses, and he's coming off crosses like decisively, like he punching them out when he needs to. Caught one. Bond has. There's questions to be asked when Bond is back, because I'm not mad at Klinsmann right now at goal.
Mhm.
Say that.
Fair.
I'm not mad at Klinsmann at goal at all right now. Moving on though. That midfield is gonna work. Now we just gotta figure out how to find Cheech in those spaces consistently. But I think it's a different look. I even think our attacking look better and look different with Cheech there. So hoping we could build on that. I'm gonna go with actually no, Angel, what you going with? Talk to me about this.
2-0 Galaxy.
Winning.
Yep.
I like that.
Okay. Masa, because George already told us we're losing 3-0.
3-2.
Oh, 3-2, sorry. Masa, where you at?
3-1 Galaxy.
Dub?
No, 4-1 Galaxy. I'm sure.
Dub? Let's go.
Yeah, of course.
Fuck, y'all. What flavor y'all on today?
We're not
what
scoring 3,
flavor?
4, 5 goals. That's not gonna happen. We'll score 2.
I
That's
said
that's the
4.
max.
I said
4,
4.
10, 30. The most we can do this season right now is 2 goals. Until they show me otherwise, the max we're doing is 2.
4.
What the fuck? I like the I like the Kool-Aid y'all drink. I don't know what flavor it is, but I like the Kool-Aid drink, and I don't think we get that far. I think it's gonna be 2-1 victory. I think it's 2-1 victory. We'll squeak by. We squeak by. I really would hope it's 2 goals from Cheech and 2 assists from Pooch. We need to get those motherfuckers on. 3 victories and a defeat. We'll see how that goes. Questions. Let's do questions real quick. I don't think we have too many, but let's do questions and then wrap it up. It's 10:50.
All right. I got Discord. Someone sing for me for a little bit. Like sing real quick. All right, stop singing.
Peaches,
All right,
peaches,
stop singing,
peaches,
stop singing.
peaches, peaches.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
All right. Glenn
Bitches,
with one
bitches,
N.
bitches.
With one and wants to know, it seems like over the course of 7 games, poor decision and quote unquote bad luck have cost us vital points. How do we take control of the uncontrollable? I
Create
think
your
we're
own luck, baby.
Yeah. Didn't you hear me?
You know what I want to see more of?
What's up?
I need more chaos in the box. That's one thing we're looking to take shots from outside or have some intricate passes. You saw that a lot with Chicharito in the first half, right? Where he was offside, 3-4 times in the first 10, 15 minutes?
Yep.
How about cause a little chaos? Right now we need dubs, right?
What
It doesn't have to be fucking pretty. Cause some chaos. Get a little fucking crazy in there. I don't know. I don't know what chaos is gonna look like right now. I don't know. Rudy, if that's what you're gonna ask me, I don't know. I'm not thinking about it right now. I'm just right now. It's ultimate. Create some chaos. We need more chaos in the attack.
Yeah, I think that's like what how we end up with the second goal, right? Is Cheech like fucking just darting for that fucking first pole, right? Like his intensity at which he took that in, like all that, like that's the type of shit we need, right? Multiple runs at that time, make the defense fucking think, and not just have him in front of you. 100% right.
Follow up.
What are we doing? Yeah.
Danger TRL wants to know: can we realistically ever be contenders with our poor set piece defending?
No,
it's been an issue for 2-3 years.
It's been an issue for longer than that.
Before
that, we used to get probably more. Set pieces has been an ongoing issue for us. Everything from goalkeeper issues to giving away goals in stupid ass positions. It's all of it. It's encompassing. I mean, think about the goal that we talked about it against Houston, right? The Achiache goal. We talked about how stupid that foul was. Was there even an opportunity there for a goal? No, there wasn't. Right? Why do you foul him there? Plus, how close you were to the line? You were just a lot.
Yeah.
We talked about it in the pod. Go back and listen. The point has been an ongoing issue. From where we're giving these set pieces, giving away LAFC last year, right? Their game-winning corner kick.
Yep.
Off of a stupid ass play, like it's stupidity, right? Stupidity. It keeps happening because one, the root cause is that we're always doing something stupid, right? And then 2, we're not hungry enough to win these balls. Or at very minimum, oftentimes we talk about contest a fucking ball. We're not even doing that.
Yep. I agree. Any other questions on any other platforms?
And follow up to that one: are we controlling the game, or are other teams letting us control?
No, we control the game. Again, we have the best midfield, bro. I will stand by that. Like Puig, fucking Delgado, and Brugman are really nice together, man.
I think it's a mix, though. See, because of that fact, right? Teams know this, right? Take Houston for example. They let us control. That's different.
I don't. Again, I think it's us. I disagree with you because I think it's us imposing what we want to do on the midfield, not knowing what the fuck to do, how to finish it, or how to create like a real clear chance. That's been a problem. But like down to the supporting cast that our midfield has, I really think because even like Seattle, right? Like Seattle, we took them after a game. LAFC right now, I think we took them out of the game for lots of periods of time, and that's due to the fucking midfield doing what they do, right? If you look at where they're like. It's
That's
3 in the middle.
It's a mixture. I'm not saying that you're not wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Houston, for example. I think Houston said, "Here, fuck it, here you go. We're just gonna try to hit you on these counters."
I think
Whereas
Houston, once
LAFC
they
and
got
Seattle is different.
Once they got the first one, they were like, "Here, boom," and that's how it's been. After teams get the first one on us, since we can't fucking score first.
But again, what the difference is?
Seattle sat back after they scored the first goal.
But I don't think they that was not the game plan. right? Like that's the thing. Like and even so, when they go back, when they drop in, right? Like the Galaxy are the Galaxy midfield is able to still move the ball around and still create spaces. Again, what we haven't been able to do is fucking have somebody being clinical enough to finish it. Let's see if Cheech could figure that out because he can put some balls away. Like I think you'll see the product from that midfield. My opinion. Again, what is it? 29 games to go in the league. And everything else. Still a lot of fucking lot of time for this team to actually figure out what they want to do. But figure out something. Figure out something. Anything else?
That's it from Discord.
I already got a couple here on IG. Well, more than a couple. It's Eric Sosa. How the fuck did Efra get called up to the Mexican national team? Did he get called up to the national team?
Zero clue. Zero fucking clue.
No idea. Not
Mexico has
deserving.
much better talent. Much
Next
better
question.
talent. Underscore Emmanuel H. Come mierda. Todos, especialmente Klein, menos ustedes.
I have verga.
Hey, appreciate
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah. Rada Raf. Vanny out? Question mark. I don't think so. I think he should get his 5 years. Thoughts? What do you guys think? Should he get this 5 years?
Yeah.
They talked about a 5-year plan.
Yeah,
Let-
I do think so.
Here, right? I'm gonna spit the truth.
Spit it.
In the 2 years that he's been with us, there's been at least for me, right? And this is why I'm a bad guy because like there's been an idea and it's been portrayed in the field. Has it been successful? No. But even last year, right? Like you saw, like he was able to maybe luck in with Pooch. But once that happened, like the team unlocked and it was playing the way he wanted to. Got us to a fucking conference semifinal. Something we hosted a game. Something we haven't done. So like, I understand where we're at today, and I understand the protest is different than us protesting Vanny right now. But Vanny is not like now. Like again, give him the season. Right, like it's 7 games in, bad right now. I'm not saying it's not bad. I already talked about how I didn't like his press conference over there, but I don't think it's banning out. I think he's been clearer in his path than anybody we had since Bruce. And that's my take on banning. So no, I'm not banning out.
I'm Vanny out at the end of this season if it doesn't move forward. We're here on the pod making jokes, but those jokes come from some reality of like we wouldn't be surprised if he chooses this player, if he does this, if he does that. When we start making those jokes, they come from some base of reality, and this comes from some base of truth. Yeah, he's gotten us to where we're at. I ultimately don't think that he could get us to where we need to be. He's setting a good foundation, but as of right now, there's no one available good enough to get there. For now, I think for the state of the club and where we're at, he's doing a great job because he is playing in the negative.
Yeah.
But he's also making some, when he says, oh, we're bad luck, we're bad. Some of those decisions that causes these bad lucks, you created that bad luck for us because you made the change. I still go back to the games against LAFC in the playoffs, subs that he's made, being very robotic in the subs. And we were surprised. It took him 3 years to make a change at half that we were shocked of. And that we agreed with. You get me? Like, those are still things that we still see as a coach that you need to be able to adjust. Ultimately, I don't think he's going to get us to where we ultimately all want to be in a successful championship winning team, but I think he's going to set a good foundation, which he has already.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's to tell, right? It's to tell. Still a long ass season to go.
And
Still
just to
episodes.
add to this, pre-Vanny, there was no analytics, no scouting. There was
No
nothing,
video
bro.
room.
It's
Dog, we have Michael Stevens as in our
just
scouting
fucking
department,
matter.
so I'm still questioning that, but whatever.
But look at the players that were brought in though.
Yeah. Yeah. Because even the Gambo Cabral, like I
I don't know,
understood.
man.
Like even the Gambo Cabral is sort of over anything else we've done before, right? And that's just being honest.
We're
Because like
I don't know, man.
Look, Grancier was making too much money, but we're missing Grancier this. Caligari came in. I think it's been a solid signing so far. Outlet looks promising. It's still too early to tell. Brugman came in, and then Puig was just it's Ricky Puig though.
See,
No.
but what about and this is where my beef
What
is.
about who?
Is the supplemental pieces. You can't win in this league with your potential starting 11, because then you're gonna have your starting 11 that on paper, is the best. But then the dumbasses are gonna be getting red cards game after games, or they're gonna be injured for half of the season, or whatever it is, right? Or you're gonna be spending $777,000 on a kid that just eats chicken noogies. Dude, that's a problem. And that's
No,
where my issue is. You
yo,
can't win in this league with just 8 players.
look at the mass exodus that we had in this team over the last couple of years, though.
Okay, but the players that we've
No,
added
no,
haven't been any better, though.
you can't. But again, like he didn't when he comes in, he doesn't even have a starting 11 that he works with, right? And I say that because look at who's still here from when he came in, right? Nobody. So he didn't have that star up. So now he has this. He built something last year. Players, some pieces weren't it, so they have to go. He's still not even done here. You're 100% right. I don't think it's going to be very, very hard for us to win a chip without a bench that can do something coming in. You're 100% right. I don't necessarily think that. I don't necessarily think.
MVPs that are going to play.
I agree, but I don't necessarily think that all that like there's a lot that he has to do, and he's done a lot already. I think there's still a lot more to get to that point. I still think there's flaws in there, right? I think there's flaws in here, but I don't think it's realistic for you to say that right now we should already, with Vanny on the helm, already have a starting 11 that's solid and depth into third
Greg
season.
Vanny's
Yep.
third season,
Mhm.
where he's had multiple transfer windows,
Mhm.
opportunities to buy out players, do
Mhm.
whatever. His third season.
Look how many players he's brought in. How many players have gone out? Like it's not like he's not doing it.
Third season.
Yes.
Okay, but that means
Look how many players have gone in.
The third season, and oh my.
Dog, I'm telling you, like, there's not a player that was starting prior to fucking Vanny in our team right now. So
But
you
it's the
have to
third
have.
year.
So
It's the
yeah,
third year.
exactly.
We started this season,
He's
and
not
we
batting.
haven't-
He's not batting 100. He's not batting 100. But like nobody even got close to that.
Nobody
Right?
did.
With Cabral.
What did he say last
the
season?
opportunity.
What did he
But
say
no,
last season,
but
though?
also,
What did he
but
say
also
last
to that.
season?
Hey, to both of you guys, Angel, I hear you, and to Rudy too. No one prior coaches got the opportunity that Vanny's doing. No coach prior to Vanny has gotten the opportunity to move around the pieces that way Vanny has. So
Yeah,
I see
I
what
agree.
both of you are saying.
I agree.
But Vanny's had a very, very, very way bigger advantage from every coach that's came before him.
Yeah. Listen, and so like again, I'm a Vanny guy, but I understand the criticism for the season. Right? I don't agree with you that like this team needs to already have been built out to be a championship team this year.
Why not?
I don't, because again,
Especially when you don't have a summer window. You
yeah, I don't think.
that it was
yeah.
coming, and you still
But
don't
he
have a
wasn't
team.
expecting players to
7
leave
years.
when they did.
One fucking player. One.
Julian
And
Grantier
Julian.
was supposed to be on this team. Whether he fucking worked out
That
last year
happened
or not.
early on. That happened early on season.
Cool.
We can figure it out.
Yeah. Because everything in the snap of a finger, right? Because this organization could do anything in the snap of a finger. Because it's proven that to us that they're on top of their shit. So anything that needs
But
to
that's
happen
the
could
problem. They're
happen.
not on top of it.
And
I was being sarcastic, though. I was being sarcastic,
Really? He
right?
fixed it? How did he fix it?
He's fixing
trying
it.
to fix that.
He's fixing it. He's fixing it.
But he's
When
a
he
part of
came,
that
it was-
same
none
boy.
of that
But
was in
he's
place.
No, man. This sounds.
a part of that same
you guys are
boys club
crazy.
that's not
I
going to
don't
help
think-
him succeed, though.
Maybe. We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see. Again, look at Turner. Look at Turner on the team.
Any Chikinui gone.
That's the problem, though. That's what we want.
Costa gone.
That's the problem. That's
But
what
this
we
is the
want.
it's not what we want, though. This is what we all see.
No. Again,
Well,
no.
Chicken
But
noodles,
see,
like,
again, like that's what
And
we
you guys
want.
talk
That's how
about
we see the
money.
game. That's how we see the game. But again, because in FIFA, it's easy for me to get anybody I want. I don't think it's the same way in real life. Right? In FIFA, I could drop anybody I want and pick up anybody I want. I could add extra money if I want to do whatever
You're
fuck I
gonna
want.
tell me
I don't
you
think it's a
can't-
real thing here.
You can't go find a player.
Look how many
money
players we
that
found.
Chicken
Look how many
Nugget
players we found. Look how many players we found in the last fucking 2 years, right? And Chicken Nugget is not a product of Chicken Nugget is a bad product of us banking on the wrong players over and over again. And that's also been a thing, right? Because you're right. Like, listen, I always wanted to say, like, hey, this kid could be something, and he's not, right? But the fact that he's just kind of kept just inclining his salary is what it's worth, and not even producing, like, that's a problem. But
at the end, my point is, look, I don't want to keep going down that. Point is, I think you guys are defending him too much, giving him too much leeway. This is his third year, and
I'm
not.
well, right? No, I know George, you're not right. I was not on the Vanny out. I've been trying to give him some, but this is 7 games into the season. This was my biggest beef, and this has I've been saying this to be our very first pod before the season started. I have concerns, and so far, my concerns are valid.
29
And
games
I
to go.
don't see signs. Rudy, that's fine. 29 games to go. I get that. But 7 games in, and there's no signs of this getting better.
Yeah.
Despite
But,
the fact
but
that I
yeah,
think
there
that
is. Yes,
I
there is.
Where are the
You tell me there's no
additional
signs to
players
be
coming in the
better?
attack?
You didn't see. Okay, listen. But again, it's not gonna be perfect, Angel.
Defensively,
So
sure.
it's
we-
it's not
how
gonna
long
be
did we
perfect.
have 3
How
forwards,
long did it
and they
take
get
Vanny to
scored?
win a championship with Toronto?
5 years.
5 years?
7.
Whatever it was.
Then we brought in the wrong person to think that 7 years is enough for us.
Who
Are you
again?
guys, okay, are you guys good with it? Are you guys good waiting 5-7 years?
It's not. It's 5 years. It's a
Total.
5-year plan. It's a 5-year plan. Was Segun, right? Like supposedly it's a 5-year plan, right?
Okay. So
And I'm
another 2 years,
I'm
we are
comfortable.
all right.
I'm comfortable if I see improvement. Yeah, I am comfortable with a 5-year plan if I see improvement. If I see where we're heading, right? Because I don't think you could turn a shit team, and this is not even the FO. I'm talking about like just in player personnel, turn a shit team around with the restrictions that you have in MLS in 1 season, in 2 seasons. I don't expect them to be 0-7 or winless in 7. Let's start the third season.
3?
I don't think you can. Not when we rotate every single player in your squad. I don't think you can do it in 3. You don't have enough money for that. There's contracts in place for that.
I would let him slide on Cabral. I get it. We all got bamboozled. I can see why.
Granzier?
There was moments. There were moments there.
Like, okay. Who do we really hate from Vanny? I know we have to really hate him. I really hate him. That was Angel's. That was one of Angel's lovers.
Yeah, and I was always going against it for the money that he was getting paid. That was $900,000 that Grandier was getting paid.
700 for. No, I don't think it's a bad contract. No, I don't think it's a bad contract. No, I don't think it's a bad contract. No, I don't think it's a bad contract.
Did?
Look, how much would we play Shovik? How much would we play Shovik? I'll take Grandier over Shovik.
That's a bad, but we're comparing a shit contract to a bad contract.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't think 900. That was a bad contract. I don't think Grandier was a bad contract.
Grandier's a bad contract.
Not for what you expect from him, right? He didn't deliver what you expect, but from what you expect from him, $900,000. If he would have hit in other marks, it wouldn't have been a bad contract. Now would it? Cabral, like that gamble with Cabral. Yeah, but that again. So yeah, like that's a problem. But again, where was the scouting department?
That's a DP problem.
Who is that on? That's on Vanny. Whoever it is, it's bad. Whoever it is, it's bad. It doesn't matter. It's bad.
We can't say that was a good contract, and then with the bad ones, we're like, oh, well, was it Vanny? Was it not? No,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, it does though, right? It does because we're talking about Vanny out right now, so it does matter. But again, like so let's move aside from that, right? Because he needs to play. But back to the point of like you can't fix a roster in 3 years or complete roster, championship winning side roster, because you're gonna have that, right? You're not gonna bat 1,000 on every single player you bring in.
I know the Rams did it.
But I think that you also have to hit with the foundation of that.
But don't we?
Yeah.
But don't we? Look, right now, right?
When I say foundation, I mean DP.
I don't even think Push comes back next season.
Why not? Why not? Because we're winless in 7 when we have 29 games to go and 2 other competitions to play. Come on, right?
That we're not gonna win either. Probably not get out of the group stage.
Right, because you see the future. We're hyperbolic. We're hyperbolic. Listen, and rightfully so.
With these dev pieces,
listen.
I'm just saying that Ricky's not here for a long term. Ricky's not retiring with the Galaxy. He's still moving from here.
Well, why are we even having that conversation though? Like, why are we having a conversation?
That was based on Angel saying Ricky's leaving.
That's not even part.
I see what he means.
What does he mean?
We can laugh all we want. We can laugh all we want, but these players
what
aren't here for a long term.
Okay, so yes, every single player.
So Ricky's here for another 2 years?
Yeah.
That's
or
hard.
one.
Not the way things are going.
Or
one.
Okay, but then so then one of your foundational pieces is not here for your 5-year plan.
Or maybe just end the season. But that's a DP player, right? So you could spend the money to get a like for like.
But
Maybe not
really,
like for
we
like.
don't-
We
can't
we
just go
see,
get
and we see
players,
how
right?
wrong that's happened. And we see
DP
how wrong
at
that's happened.
DP player. Yeah, we can get anybody we want if we have DP open.
We got Costa.
Oh, yeah, and that was a bad one, right? So now we have to get rid of him. Hey, you're not wrong on that.
Didn't work.
Excuse me?
We worked that contract. Chicha?
What was it? Chicha had his option extended because of the goals he scored.
Yeah, but buy his ass out, dog.
No, see again, it's not that simple, right? Like it's not that simple, guys. Like, but
It was
whatever.
that
Move
simple
on.
with Gio after the 4th year, 5th year. What you mean?
But it wasn't. But it wasn't that simple, right? Because you had to go through loops with that shit. And now it opened up though, because now you could
Hey.
now you could buy one out, right? Like whatever that rule was. I'm not 100% sure what that rule was, but you can buy one
Hey,
out.
we
All right.
wildin'. It's 11-10, boys.
Questions. I know we still had like 100 more in Jim.
Nah, there's only I think 2 more. That's what happens when we talk about Vanny. Antuna the Great, y'all fucking with that Crema 352. I think we all said no, right? Well, especially me. I don't think we have the personnel.
Yeah, I don't like it. Masa likes it depending on the situation.
We don't. I don't think we had the players.
352?
for it, but that's the
Formation.
story.
Oh,
Formation.
no, hell no. Fuck out of here.
R4MMY_Bummylog3. All right, Galaxy played really well. We only lost the game because mistakes were made, like last season. But that's been the story this whole
every
season.
single game.
Yeah.
Every single game.
So, yep. And then Tony_B_real_. At what point is the season failure fall on? At what point is the season failure fall all on Vanny?
Soon. If it continues this way.
Again, 29 games.
Yeah.
No, 29 games. I think there's a
The
point.
the same way that we're telling these players like, oh, that whole bad luck thing's gonna run out soon. Sooner or
Yeah,
later, there's
I agree with you.
point.
Yep. I agree with you too. Like I don't think it's an endless clock, by no means. But I also don't think like Vanny out talks right now. It's a realistic thing though.
No, I'm giving him to the end of the season, regardless of anything.
Maybe even shorter, right? Because we're going to like 10 plus game winning streak. 10 plus game winning streak. You don't think alarms are raising at that point? I think alarms are raising right now. I don't think it's to a point where like, yeah, I think the alarms are
for
ringing.
sure.
You think
He's
he's
not
even
for- No, he's
Here.
whole season for sure. At
Well,
least.
question? So at no point if we go ONX, do you think that we look at it in coach?
I think Klein
No.
goes out first. There's no way that AG is gonna lose a president and a coach at the same time.
Especially
At
the
the
fact
same
that he has
damn
no,
time.
he has no
dude.
summer transfer window. And this has been my biggest beef. Again, goes back to it. You don't have a summer transfer window.
But it's, again, your assumption is that they're not even trying.
I'm not saying they're trying, but they're not getting it done.
Yep.
Well, the days are coming soon. We'll see.
No, the games. No, the games. Yep.
The day, no, the
Get it
transfer
done.
window day.
Oh, transfer done like yeah.
Get it done. Figure it
Yeah,
out.
but it's different
Other
times.
clubs are getting it done.
Yeah.
Right, but other clubs are getting it done. Right. So
Yeah.
other clubs are-
Without the restrictions that we have, and with more,
But-
we're more flow in the money than we have, especially the newer teams. There's a gang of shit that is not just is not just fucking bring me this
figure
player.
that shit out, dog.
I
Figure that
agree.
shit out.
I agree. It's not gonna be overnight though. Next question. Well, one more,
That's it.
or that's it. That was it. All right, dope. That being said, actually, you know what? Big shout out to Hurt Gomez, dog. Big shout out to Hurt Gomez because I have hated. I've
say right,
I-
say right, say
friend
right.
of the pot, Hurt Gomez.
Thank you.
Because I have been against what he says a whole lot of times, but my man's been on some George shit earlier today and preaching because the man's been really hitting points. Check out his socials because he has a lot of clips that he's done like a live on air on what's the show?
Hola Americas.
Football Americas. He's dropped some gems on there. If you haven't seen him, check him out. He's really talking some real shit out there. So
Find me a way to clip my preach. I'm gonna send it to Vanny. Find me
get
his
you.
email.
all right, cool. With that being said, it's another episode of Straight from the Stands, a long ass episode. I'm your boy Rudy, and I'm Smarts on Twitch. I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on the gram.
Go follow Eli.
Hell yeah, go follow Eli
There you go. I knew you were gonna say it, so I said it.
At
at @EliLuke_.
on IG.
Semifinals this weekend. Futsal.
Let's go, boys.
Hey,
Sign me
shout
out, myself.
Hey, hold on. Before you sign out, hey, shout out, chat. Whoever's still here, very long pod. We fuck with y'all for making this interactive as fuck.
28 concurrent
Peace,
views.
love.
Peace, y'all. Have a blessed night.